And so, yeah, so, last minute, promo idea. And then I decided actually to sort of go with my backup plan and just eat the corn.
Right.
So I think that was a
Right.
better idea.
I think that was probably a better idea too, all things considered. I
Yeah.
really do. Wow, I'm
God
really
damn.
low.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in 1990s. Hey, I can't believe I'm calling the VMAs on a video phone kind of quality
I
tonight.
know,
That's great.
yeah, you totally are. It's fucking great. That's
This is what
awesome.
happens. This is what happens. This is what happens. I got somebody just, you know what? It's hackers. You know what? The same people, the same dude who's gonna let out Miss Hadid's nudes like that. Yeah, he's hacking my internet and stealing all of my bandwidth.
There we go. That's,
I'm
I
gonna, I'm gonna
mean,
try. Oh, hey, is it?
it's
Oh my
better.
God,
It's
he's
better.
here.
It's
All you
better.
had to do was make a random arbitrary adjustment in OBS, and suddenly all of my internet was better. Now all of my nudes will be leaked, but at least the show will go smoothly.
I'm magic, what can I say? Oh
Mm.
my god, it's fucking hot as balls in this fucking studio. I'm gonna have to figure out what the shit I'm gonna be doing about this show. And specifically, like, Wednesdays, too. Is there something
Why?
behind me? Has it always been black just behind my head there?
No,
No? The fuck is
no,
that?
I don't know. Somebody snuck onto the bridge and put a TV up there at the science station.
Oh, shit, you know what that is?
TV?
Shit. No, no. Well, kinda. It's,
Oh
Whoa!
Christ! It's Jeffception.
Stella! Actually, I don't think the dog's outside right now. Damn, I could have a dog cam. That'd be really cute. Just like put it down the concrete floor, get the dog.
Or you
to
could
hang
just
out.
find a way to make it wireless and then just strap it to the dog and let the dog out in the neighborhood.
Oh my god, that would be so great. Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Are you setting up for crotch shots? Because that's what Y2KNW is suggesting.
I mean, I can. I totally
Somebody's-
could.
Yeah, so if you guys ever get bored of this comedy thing we're gonna be desperately attempting for the next 2 hours, you could just look at Jeff's grundles.
I mean,
How much?
Alright,
Isn't that fun?
let me see if I can get this figured out. Actually, how would I? Let's see. I mean, I could just like, you know what I could do? I could just do something like this. All right, hang on. There you go. It's upside down.
There you guys go.
Yeah, crutch shot.
Yeah, upside down crotch shot for those special Tuesday evenings. I don't know.
Does this do it for you?
Yeah, well, I
This-
mean, I'm not seeing those Streamlabs pouring in yet. I mean,
Not-
you guys go
not
demanding free money shots, huh? What the hell?
Not there. We go.
There we go. I'm regretting this already. Like, I can't even look off screen at the fake you who's just a piece of tape on my wall without. I think I need an adult.
Gotta be honest with you.
All right. Anyway, so shit. That was really
Kinda
mesmerizing.
retarded.
Yeah, see? This has been a day of really well thought out bits.
I mean, it kind of has. I don't know. I think I feel like I worry about this. All right. So my wit, having been going kind of sober-ish now for a while, my wit seems like it only has like a certain amount of reservoir in it, and then if I expend it too quickly, then I feel kind of drained the rest of the day. But then I also surprise myself randomly by being like, "Wow, I can't believe I was that funny while I was sober. Weird." But I worry that I spent it all on Twitter because I had a lot of fun on Twitter today.
It's it's a learned state kind of thing, It's one of those things that, oh boy, there's some unfamiliar names in the waiting room today. Good job, Jeff. Glad you're bringing all the boys to the yard with your
Oh,
salt
why-
shaker.
Did
Oh,
I?
I have no idea.
No, there's nobody. I know exactly who those people are.
Okay, because I have trouble with names and faces and online identities and knowing determining friend from foe or a threat from a completely innocuous nothing.
I
Sick.
did not attract a random gang of clowns to come and hang out with us today.
Aw, well, it would have been nice for the numbers at least, but
They were actually
So-
pretty nice that one night that we went and like we got raided by the clown posse, and then you and I like hopped in and just shot the shit with them and hung out with them for a little bit. They're actually pretty
Mhm.
nice.
yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's it's all on how you respond to things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on a positivity kick now, guys. And it has nothing to do with my meds being changed because I don't even have Medicaid. So that's not it. You're gonna have to guess what it is. Uh, I think it was pretty.
Can't have med complications if you don't take meds.
Exactly. See, I avoid all I avoid like all health issues by just not going to the doctor. It's something increasing numbers of Americans are sure to be doing in the coming weeks and months. It's really helpful. I haven't been diagnosed with anything.
Not yet.
Fit as a fiddle, except for those stabbing pains in my left arm, but they go away.
What was I gonna? Oh my god.
Quinn actually inadvertently told me a pretty good joke the other day.
What?
I picked her up from the mall, like, she'd been out with her mom and we were getting a ride back. She's like, "Oh, Dad, I really wanted this magic 8-ball. And, I found out they can really tell the future because, you know what? I picked it up in the store and I shook it and I asked, will my mom buy this for me? And it said no. And then guess what happened?
That's
very
pretty clever.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah, she
okay.
didn't mean for it to be. I'm like, that was a good joke. She's like, I wasn't a joke. I'm like, yes, it was, honey. Just keep with that.
Just go with it. When you get accidental laughter, just be like, I don't know. That's adorable. That's super cute. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's been pretty fucking weird. I'm trying to get my brain back together and get back into work mode. It has been so fucking rough. Work, I found, is kind of like anything else. You have to keep up with it. Otherwise, it's a monumental task to start doing it again. Like, I kept up with my working out, did not keep up on work when I took my little break, Yeah. So, yeah, today, fuck, man, I've been watching... So I'm researching something that is all about this German dude. He's a German pseudoscientist and tries to sell people on a bogus cancer cure. But all the videos of him are not in German, because I know plenty of people who can speak German who could translate these videos for me. They're in Italian.
I'm kind of retarded.
Because that's where he spread all of his shit and he sold most of his beliefs were in Italy. I don't know anybody who speaks fucking Italian.
The Germans have a proud history of spreading bad ideas in Italy, so...
That's very true. And this dude was a raging anti-Semite, too, oddly enough.
Hey, history repeats itself. And you know what? Except, is he anti-vax? Because if he's anti-vax, I mean, that's like a really soft version of genocide right there,
Kinda, yeah, he's kinda anti-vax, so I mean, I think we're onto something with this.
Thanos shows up. I know I need to remove half the life in the universe so it can be sustainable. What are you going to do? Are you going to snap everyone into dust? No, I'm going to make vaccines disappear.
He just Thanos' vaccines.
Yeah, and anti-vax Thanos. That's a meme I could say. I'm fucking on fire. But yeah, when it comes to wit, when it comes to anything you do, right? I mean, I learned this actually on this show because as longtime viewers will remember, I used to sit here and just put a bottle of wine back and then a few beers and then whatever the fuck else I felt like. And some people said I was funny. Could have been. I don't remember. But I can say this: when I started cutting back and went to it's no longer getting craft beer for free, no longer drinking liquor all the damn time. Yeah, I had to relearn a lot of shit. Like socks, those things are fucking tricky. But I got it.
It sucks. Socks are tricky.
I needed a mental device to just sort of a way of thinking about it and framing it in my mind. And when I realized that it was basically just bags for my feet, then I figured out where the feet went. The open part.
So you don't just wrap them around your feet for warmth?
Well, I was doing that for a while, but, I found it was how do people get their day started when you have to just wrap your feet like some sort of young Chinese woman? It was okay.
When I was a kid,
you'll get it back.
Yeah, no, I suppose when I was a kid, I sprained my ankle over and over again, repeatedly. And it was always my left ankle. My left ankle was totally fucked for a good 3 years of elementary school, off and on crutches. It was just really annoying. I never actually gave it a chance to heal, so I just snapped my ankle again over and over.
Oh.
Yeah, it
made a hobby of it. Yeah, you made a habit of it.
I was really good at it, apparently. But I got so used to wrapping my feet in ace bandages, I actually started preferring that to wearing socks or shoes. And so I'd wrap both my feet and try and go to school like that. I managed to actually go to school a couple times like that before my parents caught on. I liked
More
it.
it's caught on.
They never really looked at my feet.
Well, why would they? That
Mm.
would be a little weird if they did.
If your parents
They,
were overtly concerned with your feet.
it's just like part of your morning inspection. Maybe you've got like, well, you had a military dad. Maybe it was like, he's like, well, Jeffrey, we're gonna instill some military bearing in you. So you're gonna have to stand at parade rest in the kitchen before I even wake up, and then I will carefully inspect your feet to make sure you haven't fucked up your sock game somehow.
Show feet, young man. Ooh, weird.
Yeah. I was gonna say something else, but I guess yeah, that's another thing. Memory. Like
Oh
that,
God, dude.
yeah.
No, that one's really fucking bad. I always thought I was pretty Mr. Magoo when I was drinking all the fucking time. Since I've been sober, can't remember a fucking thing.
It'll come back.
I don't pay attention to anything either. Like shit happens around me constantly, and people are like fighting. I went to a party and some people were having a fight. I didn't even notice it.
Well,
I was like 5 feet away.
Well, that's handy and helpful. I make a point of trying to be the most aloof man in town because it just makes living here all the much easier.
Chicks dig aloof too.
Yeah, oh yeah, they love it when you forget their name or call them someone else's name. That happens too often.
He's so cool. He doesn't even pay attention when they're fighting. Wow. Look at him
keeps
cross
calling me
traffic. He's not even looking. Wow.
He keeps calling me Sandra. I don't know who Sandra is, but I don't want to correct him because his voice is just so buttery.
This is really turning me on right now. Yeah, it's weird, man.
Well,
All right, so catching up real quick, though. Crispy Gin, resubscribed 10 months so far. Thank you very much, buddy. Cats and Ladies, subscribed Tier 1. Breadmaster PBJ, subscribed 10 months in the row. Hey, wow, 10, two tens. 2 10s. Thank you very much. I Am Peasant, says Jeff loves the D. On occasion, Slayer Time, subscribed with the Tier 1. Larry Kubiak gifted a sub to Biotech Babe, 5 months so far. Thank you very much, guys. Let's see some fucking piggies in the chat, goddammit. Piggies. Whoa. Oh my god. Neo Gibu tossed 25 bones at us. Said, great week for a midweek, Saints. Grats on the Quinn-like stuff, Nick and Jeff. Love you, brother. I love you too, buddy.
Cheers, man.
Metal Gear Ops with the 50 bones. Happy Father's Day to both of you degenerates. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate you.
Thank you, man.
If applicable, happy Father's Day to... You know what? Happy Father's Day to everybody.
Yeah, and you know what? It does not even have to be technically Father's Day. Every day is Father's Day as far as I'm concerned now. So
we're all a daddy.
I mean,
something.
Yeah, not just that, but I mean, between like leap years and the way the calendar works, I mean, who's to say what day of the week it is? Certainly not me, because I don't know. Something did occur to me though. I just remembered now, and I might be wrong about this, but I actually do believe. I'm pretty sure we do know somebody who speaks Italian.
Liviana?
Yeah.
I might actually have to message Liviana and see if she'll translate one of them for me. I don't want to ask her to do like a bunch of these. These are like hour-long fucking videos.
Yeah. It would be great though if she didn't know how to speak Italian but told you that she did and translated it off the just off the top of her head.
Just made a bunch of shit up, yeah.
I should start doing that, taking foreign language videos and then doing voiceover dubs on them.
You could post on Fiverr.
Yeah.
Bad translation work.
Yeah, bad. Yeah, it's like, hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Bad Translations. Today we're going to be listening to the president of Ukraine talk about sandwich meats. This will be fun.
That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Yeah, absolutely.
I think I'll give it a try. Oh, and a big congratulations to our very good friends, Poisoning the Well, on their new baby, that Canon C100 Mark II, was it? Yeah,
I think that's what it was. Yeah,
I could hear Fane orgasming from all the way up at the top of the East Coast as soon as the delivery guy came through with that package. I'm like, is that some elderly moaning I hear? Oh, the camera must have arrived.
Oh, here we go. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Because it's a gorgeous picture. It's gonna look a little weird at first, but. Yeah, hang on.
And there's your Steve Shives fan art.
Yeah, no. Wait, what the fuck? There we go. No, that's not it? What the fuck? Oh my god. There we go. All right.
There we go.
Yeah. And then that's their new camera.
It's fucking beastly. And if you watch the stream, I watched the stream where they were talking about it. And they went over, just like they were looking over some like test footage that they'd done, and this thing has like a smart auto zoom, to where rather than just like going in and out like webcams do, it like selects it and then almost like preloads it so it can be ready to do that zoom shift when it needs to, and then it's just seamless. Looking forward to seeing.
Pretty amazing. Holy shit.
Now the 500 unfinished videos that they've got sitting in their bay can all have to be reshot, so we'll never see them.
Ever.
Still.
No,
Ever.
yeah, it's a foregone conclusion. It's never gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
That is pretty wild, though. Like, okay, so I'm looking at the camera body. This is definitely the Canon video production computer. This is a high-end fucking video camera. This isn't for pictures. This is for video.
No, it's for cinema. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I look at it and it reminds me, like, I've done a few movies here and there, and I've done them on everything from like some dude with just some DSLR, up through being on a Red Epic or like an Aria Alexa. And when you see yourself on film on film at one of those top end cameras for the first time, you're like, whoa, what the fuck? This thing is like smack in between, if not leaning a little closer to the Red Epic than like standard DSLR.
Yeah.
You could make, like Wes Anderson could shoot a beautiful film on one of these.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why they own one and I don't.
What? I want to know how much they fucking paid for this thing. It's the EOS C100 Mark II. Yeah.
Yeah, they got it. I think they got it for like 3Gs.
Is that how much it? Let's see. Hang on. I want to see if I can find it on Amazon.
Well, it's pre-owned. That one is pre-owned.
Oh, that one's pre-owned. Yeah, dude. Okay, this shit is like 300 or 3,000, like 500 basically.
3,500, yeah. And I think like the previous owner only put like 45, like I think it's something like 40 hours worth of use on it before moving on to something else.
Like
And I was watching the stream, and like Fane and Pat, because they'd both been able to raise the money, they'd saved their nickels and dimes, and they, like Pat was out there shining shoes. It was adorable. And they were saying, because like Fane found this, they had an offer. They made an offer on the camera. The guy's like, okay, that'd be that would work. And so he was just hovering his hand, like he was just sitting there, like his hand hovering over the submit payment button, and I guess Pat just smacked his hand like, just get it done, pussy. So
nice.
Congrats to them. I can't wait to not see any videos coming out of their channel for a very long time.
Yeah, because they're too busy fucking jacking off over the damn camera.
Yeah. But congrats to them. So we got a lot of ground to cover, and we got a bunch of people.
We do. Let me see if I can get us to where we need to go here. Clicking on that, and then I'm clicking on that. Okay, cool. All right. So starting off our news for today.
I like this first one.
Woman released from jail locks herself in stairwell for 2.5 days after getting lost. You want me to take this one?
Mm-hmm.
I got my reading glasses on. She was released from a Missouri jail, but she couldn't figure out how to leave. The unidentified woman who was released from custody at the St. Louis Justice Center on June 5th and was reportedly told how to exit the building ended up trapped in a stairwell for nearly 3 days after she got lost. Go down the hall to the elevator, go down to the first floor, make a right turn, walk out of jail, you're free to go, is what the woman was told. According to the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, she entered an elevator around 8:17 a.m. and was off. But around 6:30 p.m. on June 7th, 2.5 days later, the woman was found in a building stairwell, the commissioner said. The woman, it turns out, was confused by the directions. Instead of taking the elevator to the first floor, she pressed all the buttons and ended up on the 5th floor. She then went through a fire exit, which has signs warning against entering, and became locked inside. Glass told the news outlet that once inside, the doors to all floors became locked and can only be opened by staff. Oh, shit.
Yeah, just to think to yourself, though, this is the kind of person Bernie Sanders thinks should be given the vote. I mean, technically, she still has the vote. Oh, we're fucked.
Oh wow. Okay. This has actually happened to me before. I'll talk about that in a minute. Although the woman made
You got
noises.
trapped for 2 days in a stairwell in a
No,
county jail.
not that long. Not that long. And it wasn't actually. Oh, all right. So what happened was basically the same thing happened to me, except I could get out onto the roof, but all the other doors were locked. But I got out onto the roof. But thankfully, it was only like 15 minutes, and then some staffer came up because they used the roof as a place to smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be up here." I'm like, "I know, I'm stuck. I'm sorry." And so he let me back in. Yeah. So I got lucky. This woman was pretty fucked. Although the woman made noises, staff couldn't find her because she moved from floor to floor. They didn't search the fire stairs. On June 7th, staff finally saw her looking through a window on one of the stairs. The woman appeared to be okay, was given food and water, and refused hospital treatment. She said, "No, I just want to go home. Really sorry that this occurred. They put precautions in place to make sure it doesn't happen again. We have never had this happen before." They said corrections officials have now changed their protocols to include escorting people from the building. I mean, it makes sense, though, because here's the thing. She's released from jail, so it's a jail. Like, it makes sense that they would keep all the doors locked otherwise, because
You'd hope so.
it's a jail.
I'm kind of retarded.
I don't, it totally makes fucking sense.
I mean, it makes sense. Just like the levels to it. I wonder too if like when she got out, like, you know, when she gets home, like maybe she gets home to like boyfriend or husband or something. It's like, wow, baby, I thought you were getting out 2 days ago. Like, yeah, I did. I was just, you know, I just decided to hang out in the stairwell. Well, damn, girl, that you've been doing some squats, them thighs and that ass just popping. Oh, no, I just kept running up and down the stairs hoping that one of the locked doors would magically be unlocked.
One
and it's
big
like
stairmaster.
Yeah, now they're like, the jail's like, well, we've taken precautions. What did you do? We put up warning signs. Didn't you have those before? Yes. We honestly all found this really funny, so we're not all together trying to stop it from happening again. Like, you know, it's kind of boring working out of jail. Everyone's kind of miserable. So, like, you know, when you find an ex-prisoner who has actually locked themselves up in a part of the building, well, it just kind of gives you a chuckle because people are animals and we like to lock them in cages.
A sensible chuckle, no less.
A sensible chuckle. A sensitive chuckle. Jesus. Only 'cause, you know, oh, sorry, I was seeing Brainwash talking to Larry there. I'm like, wait, hang on. She was the most respected prisoner there. Now, the great thing is, too, is that knowing recidivism rates, I'm like, you know, when she ends up back in jail for whatever, yeah, they'll be like, oh, hey, you keep this up, we'll put you back in solitary stairwell confinement.
Oh, God.
Boom,
Oh, my
boom,
God. Yeah, okay. All right. Well done. That was
Yep.
good. All right, Larry Kobiak says, we've got enough of your shit, Karen. That's all I have so far. That's all right. Let's check it out.
I feel I'm just on the phone and I feel
Yeah, classic. Classic.
I've never seen that one.
You've never seen
I
that?
feel I'm just on the phone and I feel
Really out of tune, Madonna. Ugh.
Oh, back when casual sex as workplace violence was just, you know, boys being boys.
I'm pretty sure that's Ray of Light by Madonna she's singing.
Yeah.
I feel
No.
I'm just on the phone and I feel
I can't. Nope. I'm done.
Yeah. Hang on. Because I'm pretty sure it's call center worker hit with book video. Let's see if I can find out some information. Yeah, it was from 2009, or at least it was posted on 2009. Yeah. Now I worked in call centers myself, and like you don't even need coworkers to start singing and want to hit them with something.
No, not really. There is usually no greater hell than working in a call center. It's so fucking mind numbing.
Yep. And especially like I did it for healthcare enrollments, admissions, plan changes for major corporations. And it's a funny thing too, because after that, anytime I'd call to get benefits, like 2 times I got benefits when I was working. You know, you call the number that they give you. everything they give you, all the materials, everything gets you set up thinking like, okay, I'm either calling the insurance company or I'm calling my own company. No, you're calling like Fidelity's call center in fucking Merrimack, New Hampshire,
Right.
who has no useful information for you. And if you know nothing about healthcare and they tell you what the 5 plan options are and you have them run through the whole thing, you're going to get fucked because that company is like, you shouldn't be on the phone with anyone longer than 7 minutes. Like, oh yeah, because health insurance pre-Obamacare was itself marvelously simple.
Yeah. Of course. Everybody, that's what everybody says about it,
No, yeah, no. I mean, that's like the biggest praise that we get for our healthcare system here in the U.S. is that it's so cut and dry. It's so easy to navigate. So yeah, I was glad when I got fired from there, and then I blackmailed my boss into like into a full month's worth of severance plus pay for the vacation time I'd already used. It's good times. Yeah, that all actually happened. But this is a funnier story. YouTuber Elijah Daniel buys town and renames it Gay Hell to troll Donald Trump. You can leave out the troll Donald Trump part. I love the meat and gristle of this story. Yeah, Elijah Daniel's been behind a number of stunts aimed at trolling President Donald Trump. Yeah, so 25. He said he bought it as an act of rebellion against the Trump admin, rejecting requests for embassies to fly the rainbow flag during Pride Month. But that would make Mike Pence's already tiny penis shrivel up inside itself, causing it to become a vagina, meaning that he would no longer be able to speak in public. Announcing a stunt on Twitter, he joked that the only flags allowed to fly in his town were pride flags. Gay Hell, Missouri? No, Gay Hell, Michigan.
Michigan, yeah.
Gay Hell, Michigan, sorry. Has everything. A library, a place to lock your love in Gay Hell, and even a wedding chapel to get gay married in hell. He said... That's like a sales pitch. When asked about the name of the town, which reportedly just has dozens of residents, Mr. Daniels told Sky News it was, quote, literally was perfect.
I think it's like 70 or 80 people live there right now.
Yeah, I mean, he was previously the mayor of the town too, because in order to be mayor, I think you just need to get 10 other people to say, "Yeah, you're mayor now," and
it's
then
something like that. Well, I think they also like auction it off or something like that sometimes, just so people could say that they're the former mayor of hell.
Yeah, now it's Gay Hell. When I found out it was for sale, I was like, "Oh shit, I've got to buy this now." He said, "It's like when you find that DVD box set of Farscape on eBay." Mm-hmm. And it's just the right price, and you're like, I gotta get this now. He has nearly 600,000 YouTube subscribers. Speaking one YouTuber to another, not bad, kid. You keep it up, you might really get somewhere in this industry. Is openly gay, no shit, and got married to his partner Sam in January.
Congratulations.
He became the temporary mayor of hell in 2017 and outlawed heterosexuality, saying he would establish, quote, new vetting measures. That's how
we knew him. Yeah.
Yeah, and he said he was establishing new vetting measures to keep radical heterosexuals out of our town. He wrote on Twitter, if Donald Trump is a reality star, he can be our president. If Donald Trump, a reality star, can be our president, there's no reason why I can't be a politician. Well, I tried it before you did, and a few others of us tried. And what we learned is that when you try, sometimes people throw milkshakes at you. But when you don't try, over 100 people will vote for you for no reason at all. Mr. Daniels told Sky News he was, quote, trying to find the easiest political office to hold and found out he was able to become mayor of a town as long as it was small. I contacted 50 towns and all of them were like, no, you're not allowed to be our mayor. And then I hit up hell and they were like, absolutely, he said.
This dude's awesome.
I like it. I think I'm gonna have to go subscribe to him. The 2017, he's intended to mock Trump. We get that. Daniel said his latest prank has been trending on Twitter, and a number of users have posted photos standing next to the town sign. One couple posted a photo of themselves next to the town's love locks and wrote, "Our gay love and legal marriage is forever cemented on the gates of hell. It's what Satan would have wanted."
Nice.
Yeah, makeup. Oh, Jeffree Star said he would be keen to own a home in Gay Hell. Of course, because you can't have anything going on without Jeffree Star getting in on it. As a part-time Michigan resident myself, I guess he's from Michigan, I'd love to buy some land in Gay Hell, a cute pink mansion on the hill, nothing too fancy where I can seduce straight boys. I'm editorializing. Austin Knight, singer of the rock band Water Parks. Never heard of it, but okay.
Eh?
I want to go to gay hell with my friends. You get these guys really just like they just like found whatever tweets they could.
It's very clever. Very clever.
Yeah. Daniel said the reaction's been mostly positive. It's not the first time he's pranked a U.S. leader. In 2016, he wrote a 10-page erotic novel featuring President titled Trump Temptation, the Billionaire and the Bellboy. Asked if President Trump was banned from his town, Mr. Daniel said he was not sure he could legally do that, but he definitely tweeted it.
He also rewrote the Bible to be gayer just to troll the shit out of people. Like, rewrote parts of the Bible to be super flamingly, like, erotic and gay. He's pretty good at really pissing people off and also making a point. So, I
Well,
like
not just
it.
that. The thing is with his pissing people off, though, it's not just, it's not like the modern trollolol bullshit of like, haha, the whole point of what I did was to upset you. This shit's clever.
Yeah.
This is what trolling needs these days. It needs to be more than just being a dick to people. Like, get creative, get clever, macrame, some glitter, some glue, whatever it takes.
Here's the first time he went to hell.
Document here certifies Elijah Daniel, mayor of Hell, Michigan, is officially impeached.
We're in the car right now. We're on our way to Michigan, which is where I'm originally from, because the town of Hell, Michigan is making me their mayor for the day. And
Nice.
For the day.
Oh, yeah, that one was for the day. Yeah.
let's
See,
what
Shane
we can
Dawson, this
fuck
could
up.
have been you. This could have been you, Shane Dawson. But it's not.
I think he's got better energy than Shane Dawson. I'm not a Shane Dawson fan.
Neither am I.
The whole
My God, there's a town called Hell? My God. I'm totally wondering if I should edit out this reaction.
I'm so
and then
triggered
this
right now.
reaction to my reaction.
So, back in the very, very early days of YouTube, and I mean super early days of YouTube, I was a fan of Shane Dawson because there weren't that other many people to watch. There were like 5 YouTubers. Anyway, one was Shane Dawson. And so,
I was a really big fan of his because there was literally nothing else.
there was nobody else. And I watched Smosh Confirmed. And no, I didn't like Smosh, and I didn't like, what was that kid's name? He sped up, and he was really annoying. Fred.
Oh, yeah.
There was Smosh, Shane Dawson, Fred, and like Annoying Orange, and something in Barada.
Thunderfoot.
Brooks and Barada?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't watching YouTube that long ago.
Something like that. Anyway, but I thought Shane was endearing because here was this young kid just chronicling himself trying to become a celebrity because nobody knew who the fuck he was, and he made it, and good for him. But I mean, I don't know. I just don't like his content.
Yeah, no, that's fair, but I mean, and not that he needs defending, but I can say that, especially with our own histories on YouTube and the people we've known over the time that we've been here, in terms of like the negative effects that blowing up and getting famous on YouTube can have on some people, I'd say Shane avoided most of the bad ones.
Most of them. He got a few. He got a few spicy ones, here and there, but I don't know.
Yeah. All the same though, good on Elijah there for buying a town.
Yeah,
it's like that's Mr. Beast level shit right there.
It is. Addie is correct though. Like it's kind of a misrepresentation of the whole flag issue. It's that the pride flag can't be flown on the official flag poles that are reserved for the U.S. flag.
Yeah.
So they can't put the pride flag on it. And yeah, you're right. You're totally right. But I mean, dude just wants to troll Trump. Fucking whatever.
It's a funny bit.
Yeah, let him troll. But you are right, Addie. You are right, and it's better to be accurate.
Also, this might be the first time a YouTuber has actually successfully like entered politics in such a way.
Yeah, I mean, actually.
What's better than being a mayor, a democratically duly elected mayor of a town? Just buying it and owning it the way the rest of the government works.
That's a good
Social
point.
commentary. Bow, 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 bow.
Wow, what the fuck? That's good. That was good. That was clever.
I'm here all week. I don't have a car, so I ain't got nowhere to go.
Okay. So next up is Jesus Christ. Is there a video of this?
Which one?
There is a video of this. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna try and find a YouTube video of it. This new stuff.
Happened? Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, yeah?
Alright. Oh! The story 3 or the one you found?
Story 3.
Oh, okay, yeah, if you can find that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is fucking nasty.
Nightmare fuel warning, guys.
Yep.
You will not sleep well after watching this. A huge huntsman spider.
Huge huntsman spider. Let's read this real quick. A once-in-a-lifetime shot has captured a huntsman spider devouring a pygmy possum in Australia. The horrifying images are taken by a couple. Oh, it's not a video. It's just pictures. Taken by a couple as they traveled across the island state of Tasmania in the country, reports Sun. Christine Latin and her husband were staying at the Mountfield National Park when they witnessed a huge spider eating the tiny possum. That's a big motherfucking spider.
It's like a Fallout fucking monster right there. Yeah. I just want to blast that thing with a garbage gun.
The pictures are shared on a Facebook group devoted to Tasmanian spiders and insects by Justine, where they have appalled thousands of netizens. Possum-eating spider taken by my husband at the Mountfield Lodge. Pygmy possum bodies generally grow up to 2.5 inches, roughly the same size as a huntsman spider's body, according to the Sun. However, the spider's legs can grow up to a whopping 13 inches.
It's like a spider basically like that big.
It's the first time I've seen a pygmy possum as prey, Australian Museum Arachnology Collection Manager Graham Millage told The Guardian. It would be fairly rare. The image have gone massively viral online, collecting a ton of reactions and more than 7,000 shares. That's massively viral? 7,000 shares?
Damn, I've had viral videos a long time ago, but it happened once.
That's the biggest huntsman spider I've ever seen, wrote one person in the comments section. What a once-in-a-lifetime photo opportunity. Nature never ceases to amaze me. Okay, well...
It makes gigantic, terrifying predators.
I mean, that's just, I don't know. Like, it's gross. It's really gross. But the thing is, once you've seen a giant camel spider, even the huntsmans aren't really that disturbing. Like, camel spiders really genuinely creep me out. These ones, I wouldn't want to go anywhere near that fucking thing. It'd scare the fuck out of me. But it's not like,
Yeah. Well, it is, and Addie points out, Addie points out in the chat there too, though, like, spiders are our friends.
They are.
Yeah, they're just terrifying for a lot of people. But I mean, I let them live. I let them, and the ones around here, we have centipedes. The centipedes in my apartment, and I let them live too. Even though when you see this like weird wafting thing, it looks like hair with antennae skitter across your wall. You're like, the fuck, no, wait, that's gonna eat everything else. Okay,
yeah,
you survived. You're pulling your weight. You disgusting things.
I mean, the main reason why I don't like camel spiders is because I think they look fucking disgusting. They're hideous spiders, just nasty.
Yeah. They're pretty big and they're hideous, and they will fucking, like, if you do get bitten by one, you are in a world of shit.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna have a very good time. Yeah, these things, they're so hairy. They're so hairy. They're so gross. Oh.
But at the same time, though, too, like, even just looking at that, because, that person's naturally comfortable with the spiders, and he's just chilling in their head. He's not trying to kill them or nothing. He's not trying to eat through the finger yet.
True.
That happened directly after this, but that's neither here nor there. They're really friendly for photo ops, is what I'm saying. He's so cute. Oh, well, then again, though, I mean, like, I've actually got no point. Like, what's your take on tarantulas?
Tarantulas?
Yeah.
I've known people who keep them as pets, have like a lot of tarantulas. I definitely know some spider people. They're very beautiful. I heard that when they bite, it's just like a bee sting. It's not really that big of a deal.
No.
But I don't really know. People will be like, "Oh, they have such great personalities." I'm like, no, no.
How does a spider have or express a personality?
It doesn't. A spider doesn't really possess the brain capacity to develop a personality. Not really.
I guess Addie's a spider person, it seems.
Yeah. Talk to me about spiders tonight. You had so much to say. All right. Well, hopefully we'll get you in. We'll talk about some spiders.
Yeah. So now you came out with a couple items you wanted to look at.
Yeah. I found some bizarre ones. Rimshee resubscribed 20 months, so for 20 damn months. Holy shit.
We've been doing this a long time.
Yeah, we really have. Oh my god. All right.
We really need to get back to doing this show though from the balcony of the Muppets. The Muppets show.
You know what I need to do? I need to find like I don't know if they ever did the Muppet Show in Blu-ray, like a Blu-ray edition, but I need to get a much better screen capture of that whole scene because like the one that I had access to was just crap. Oh shit, we'll get to that after this story, Larry. Man sues brewery after pink beer promotion made him feel forced to identify as female. Thomas Bauer told Brewdog that he believed he'd been the victim of sex discrimination.
Brewdog, my God, these guys! I don't know why or how it happens, but this is like, from my extensive experience with the brewing world, these are the guys who made 50% alcohol beers, and they mounted the bottles in taxidermied squirrels with cute little outfits. You've seen those, right?
I have, yeah.
Yeah. They did that. Then these were also the guys. They made a beer in honor of Pride Month, I think a couple of years back, where they used a hop, because all hops, like any other plant, or any other vine like that, will change their physiological sort of gender.
Okay.
In certain circumstances, and they found one that did that a lot, so they released a beer with it, calling it like the first trans beer, and then the hardcore like screamy types got all upset about that, saying that it was exclusionary or this or that, and then like, oh, okay, well listen, we'll just dedicate all of the funds, all the proceeds that we make from this beer that were released to Stonewall, and then people got upset about that, saying like that's not inclusive enough. So for some fucking reason, I don't know how it works, but Brewdog can just never catch a fucking break.
I guess. One of the most underrated subreddits is r/am I the asshole, which does exactly what its not safe for work URL implies. It allows users to write out the details of nonviolent arguments and minor conflicts to determine who, if anyone, is the asshole in the situation. I have to click that post button, other Redditors will respond with either you're the asshole or not the asshole or everyone sucks here, and a brief explanation for why they chose a particular abbreviation. Although Thomas Bauer decided to take a craft beer company to court instead of just typing about it to internet strangers. What the fuck? Okay. Instead of typing about it to internet strangers, there's never been and may never be a better example of everyone sucks here. I guess this writer just really wanted to mention their favorite subreddit, I guess.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
All right, Jalissa. So, what the fuck? First, some background. Last March, Scottish beer maker Brewdog swapped the blue labels on its Punk IPA for pink ones and temporarily rebranded it as Pink IPA because women's rights or whatever the so-called beer for girls was released in advance of International Women's Day and served as Brewdog's attempt to appear interested in gender equality.
Oh, actually, yeah, and one other thing that they got hit for before that transgender beer thing, they had when they were releasing, I think it was Punk IPA, because they did like a lot of punk themes. Mm. One of them was they went to Amsterdam, and these two bearded Scottish brewer dudes got all dolled up in like hooker looking drag and did a photo shoot in a red light district window front saying, "Don't make us do this."
Oh.
And so they were transphobes.
Wow. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Pink IPA is Brewdog's clarion call to close the gender pay gap in the UK and around the world and to expose sexist marketing in women, in particular within the beer industry, I wrote in a blog post. This is our overt parody on the failed tone-deaf campaigns that some brands have attempted in order to attract women. This is Vice just being shitty about it.
Yeah.
And then this brings us to Dr. Bauer. For the few weeks that Pink IPA was available, customers who identify as female, Brewdog's words, could get it for 20% less than the cost of a Punk IPA. The 27-year-old Bauer was apparently so into this promotion that he went into the Brewdog bar in Cardiff, Wales, and tried to order a 4-pound bottle. The bartender told Bauer that, as a dude, he wasn't eligible for the 4-pound pink IPA, but he could still get a 5-pound punk IPA. And again, the two brews are literally the same beer. Bauer refused. After a bit of a back and forth with me protesting this, I felt forced to identify as female and was then able to get the drink for 4 pounds. I complained to the company about this, and they said it wasn't discrimination because the price difference is part of a national campaign to raise awareness about the gender pay gap. What the fuck, dude? So this dude wasn't satisfied with the answer. He told Brewdog that he believed that he'd been the victim of sex discrimination, and he was willing to take them to court over it. When he didn't get a response, he did that very thing, claiming damages for direct discrimination and breach of the Equality Act of 2010. Wow.
I'm so confused.
Wow.
I mean, is this a frivolous lawsuit? Is this one of those like activist kind of I'm trying to raise awareness kind of things? Was it like a last minute stunt for UKIP? I don't get it.
Yes, Bauer dragged this to small claims court, and District Judge Marshall Phillips pretty much agreed with his premise. In my judgment, it's clear that in this case, the claimant had been directly discriminated against by the defendant because of his sex. Even though the fact that by identifying as female, he was able to purchase the pink IPA makes no difference. I accept what Dr. Bauer says, namely that identifying as female was the only way he could purchase a pink IPA at the cost of 4 pounds. Judge Phillips also said that Bauer had to feel humiliated and that it wasn't a pleasant experience for him. Bauer, who represented himself in court, because of course he did, was awarded £1,000 in damages, which he plans to donate to a pair of charities. Yeah.
Okay.
What the fuck, dude?
As long as that money's going towards some kind of good end, it's fucking stupid. But it's the UK, so it does kind of make sense.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things. I mean, like, I just hope this generates more sales for BrewDog because, like, I'm a fan of craft beer, and moreover, I'm a fan of the craft beer world because breweries are usually fucking wacky places run by really weird people.
They're usually run by like really sweetheart people.
Oh yeah, no, but they're also typically really eccentric. Let's say like Lagunitas, so enthusiasts got really upset when they found out Lagunitas sold 50% of their company to Heineken, right? So like, oh man, you guys are selling out to big corporate, right? No, that was actually that was their brewmaster and their company's desire and plan, and like he wrote a book called So You Want to Start a Brewery. Big prolific writer, and he was hunting for a global corporate partner to help bring their brand globally.
Sure.
And no one would bite because Lagunitas is a weird fucking company. And so finally he kind of twisted Heineken's arm to get them to buy half of his company, and he wrote this extended essay comparing his search for a corporate partner to Dante's Inferno.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So and BrewDog. I mean, could you pull up real quick one of the squirrel beers?
Yeah.
Just so anybody who's not familiar, these guys made some serious like high gravity beers. I think like it was like 40 to 50%. And this limited run, they mounted the bottles into squirrels.
Mm-hmm.
With cute little tuxes and stuff. But yeah, those are genuine, real, dead, taxidermied squirrels that have had beer bottles mounted into them. And they're collector's items. In fact, I'd dare say that I'd say at least 30% of the bottles, probably more like 40, that have been sold are probably never been opened.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, if you got something like this, would you want to open it and...
Special occasion.
I suppose, yeah. I don't think I could bring myself to open it. Like, they made a few of these, too. Little fancy outfits and shit. I think that... No, that's not a BrewDog.
No.
But yeah.
Yeah.
That's cute.
I like the one in the tartan myself, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, and they made a whole bunch of them. There's another one they had called, I think it was called Atomic Penguin. And that one I think was up around like 20 or 30% alcohol. My former boss at the beer shop from back in the day actually still has one. He's had it for like 5 or 10 years now. And he's like, yeah, I don't know what kind of special occasion I'll have it on, but that's what I'm saving it for.
So let's think about this just for a second, real quick, and then we got to get to some Streamlabs. But all right, somebody in the chat rightly said this is textbook sex discrimination, and you're right, it is.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's kind of like a so what sort of situation. Like, they're gonna do this, don't buy the beer.
You know what I'd like to see?
Just don't buy it, you know? Like, I don't appreciate what you're doing as a company. Okay, well, protest by not buying the beer. I hate the overt use of litigation. I hate that. It's very frustrating because we live in a society where people are much more likely to try and solve everything by going through legal proceedings than they are just by making their own calm, rational adult decisions. It's just, I don't know, it's annoying. It just gets under my skin.
I think another fun way to, like, if you wanted to reverse, the gender discrimination in the alcohol bar scene world. Well, for one thing, maybe like a special, right? Because, I mean, let's be honest, if you're like dating, hooking up, trying to introduce yourself, who buys who drinks more often?
Right.
Yeah, and that's because without alcohol, I would never be charming to anyone.
Same.
Yeah. I mean, imagine a special like this though. It's a sort of ladies' night, except ladies, so like they get like a certain percentage off the drink if they're buying it for a dude to flip that and be like, no, I'm gonna buy you a drink, and then you're gonna put out for me. Like, damn it!
I like this
Oh
idea.
man. This is the worst kind of sexism I've ever experienced. How do you ladies deal with it?
And also, you can use with this story, you could use the rule of you just flip it and reverse it and see how you'd feel about it. If they were doing this,
the Missy Elliott method.
Yeah, use the Missy Elliott method and drop it, let you work it, flip down, twist it, and reverse it. And then you're like, oh, so, well, women have to pay for the expensive beer and men get the cheap beer for free. How would I feel about that? Same. If it pisses you off, don't buy the fucking beer. Don't go in there. Just don't act like a reactionary asshole. Just leave it be.
Or let that anger fester in you and do what most people in bars who are angry do. You buy more alcohol, thinking it's going to make you feel better, and then discover in short order it does the exact opposite.
Let your hate flow through you, make you powerful.
There is an ancient Sith legend called Stella Artois.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty
Not
good.
even. If you like roofie coladas. What? No, that's terrible. Why would you say that, brainwash?
That's something else. Larry Kubiak says, I'm just going to dump my old meme/funny vids one at a time, because why not? No way most people haven't seen those, but let us reminisce about old school YouTube. Let us do that.
I'm down.
What really happened on that Thursday?
Oh, wait. It might help if people could see it.
Yeah. I vaguely remember this one, too, I think.
What really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death?
The fuck is that? Shit! I'm dying in this fucking country-ass fucked up town. Shit flying in my mouth. The fuck, I can't see pollen. Let's get the fuck out of this country, motherfucker. I can't see me.
It's like a Family Guy bit, almost.
Wait, that was wrong. What the fuck? Here, let me see. I wonder if this is actually broadcast live. That'd be fucking great.
Or if it was just a YouTube video.
It might have been broadcast live. I don't know. This is fucking wonderful.
What really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death?
The fuck is that?
The fuck is that?
Get me out of this country, motherfucker.
I'm dying in this fucking country-ass fucked up town. Shit flying in my mouth. The fuck, I can't see pollen. Let's get the fuck out of this country, motherfucker. I can't see me.
Back to you at the studio, Chaz.
I miss Brad Warcock, man.
That's consummate professionalism. What happened to Brad?
Oh, we just haven't seen him in a while.
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's just because, as everybody knows, nobody responds to my DMs.
Doesn't respond to mine either. Brainwash with the $50. Thank you very much, buddy. And also, Brainwash resubscribed 10 months in a row. Last month, I said it was a boy. Now I'm sure it because the little arm is hanging out. Need help, please. Oh boy.
Whoa, huh?
Well, because last month was his 9-month.
Oh,
sub.
Right.
I'm kind of retarded.
And shit. All right.
Is that how babies happen?
Well,
like they just kind of slide out of the birth canal like one part at a time at their own speed. So like there'll just be an arm come out and then it'll just take a rest.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Larry Kubek says, speaking of experiencing life as a woman.
I'm going undercover as a woman to find out what they go through every day. I discovered
Steven
the women
Crowder.
are called faggot a lot.
I'll be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
Let's watch that again.
I'm going undercover as a woman to find out what they go through every day. I discovered the women are called faggot a lot.
Old bits are the best bits.
Holy shit, that's a good vine. Wow. Whoo. Whoo. One more time.
I'm going undercover as a woman to find out what they go through every day.
Solid bit.
I discovered the women
10
are
out
called
of 10.
faggot a lot.
Not him. He's more like a 6.
Rather Controversy says Jonathan Pye's Southern Edition. What is? Oh, yeah. This guy.
What really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta?
That's what somebody actually needs to do. Somebody needs to do Jonathan Pye's like shtick, but American version where they just turn into a hood.
Who would be good for that? Derek. Wait, no, because then he'd just be doing this again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, let's not list too many other more popular YouTubers, lest people forget that
Patty
we're
fucking
show.
Politics could do it. Holy shit. Patty's fucking great.
Or, really anyone from, like, what is it, CRTV or Turning Point? Because they pretend to be journalists all the time.
True. That is 100% possible. That's a bit spicy, but all right. Yep. Let's see. Oh, we gotta pull somebody in.
Oh yeah.
So
and then they can actually look at some of this other weird shit we've got.
Indeed. So if you guys want to, hop into the waiting room, and we're gonna pull somebody in just a minute. In the meantime,
I don't think Convict Ham says Fat Pat, and I know, like, because he's got the comic timing, he knows how to do it. I don't think he could pull it off though, because, like,
he's white.
Well, he's white, but also at the same time, like, Pat's voice and delivery are, and this is meant as a compliment, effectively, sort of sideways, but sort of backhanded, sort of not a compliment, basically.
Sure.
But yeah, he's his range is well, there's Fat Pat, and he's really good at being Fat Pat.
He is indeed good at being Fat Pat.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. He 100% is.
Love you, buddy.
So I went and I hit this random number generator, and it always starts at 1. And I clicked it, and it stayed at 1, and I was like, oh, shit. Was that actually 1? I'm not really quite sure. So just to be sure, I clicked it again, and it went to 8. Now, it just so happens that 1
there's only 7 people in one.
No, there's 8. But they're the number 1 and number 8. That's Jables and Rimshee. So I'm just going to grab them both in.
Yeah, there we go.
Fuck it.
Also, because I don't think they get put on the list that I forgot that I forgot we asked them to make, which means that if you've been in the show, you can't come back for a while.
That's probably right. Yeah, something like that. By the way, I'm really happy with my new name that I feel like really identifies me on the Discord. Thick Dick Princess.
That is
not far off.
No. I keep getting to change mine.
Thick Anyway,
Yeah.
so how's it going, Rimshee? How you doing, man?
Not too bad. Prepping for a trip all the way up to Montana from California.
Oh, God.
2-day drive.
That was bringing you up there.
D6C's getting married, and I've got to be the best man.
No, I thought you were gonna say Tinder.
That would be.
I'm engaged.
So I'm sorry.
And it's monogamous.
Sorry, I thought you were gonna say Grinder in that case. Whatever, man.
Sorry.
Ever since Craigslist has been gone, it's been harder and harder for for an ostensibly straight engaged man to have sex with men on the DL. That's why I never got engaged.
Nick, that's what
that's a Jables thing. Yeah. Like no, that, the thing is that Craigslist personal thing still exists. It's just you have to go to the dark web to find it. One time I left a nasty product review, and they sent a whole pack of Yakuza after me. Said you shouldn't talk about my cousin like that. It's not our fault she suffocated in the packing peanuts before she arrived at your door.
Canuck, you are not supposed to know about my tutter use.
So ever since you watched that video of artificially inseminating a cow, you're like, I could do that. You wouldn't even need to pay me.
Yeah, well, it's good bull sperm.
I mean, it's it's just a shame when you can't let it go to waste if you can't find a cow to impregnate it, and you're just gonna have to go spackle, Kyle a hole in the wall and spackle it up with that shit.
You're assuming I don't already Kyle holes into the wall randomly.
Yeah, but what about Kyle's hole? How many times have you been there?
You'd be surprised how many Kyles I know.
No, I would not. So
both legitimately and figuratively.
So I felt, it felt really honestly kind of cheap when I wrote in, I think it was the ticker joke from Friday. It was something about I wanted to open a bar in the spirit of the axe throwing bars that we see opening places. Where it was a bar strictly for Kyles where they just serve Grey Goose and Monster, and it was just in order to get to your table you had to punch your way through several layers of drywall.
You have to make it through at least 3 layers of drywall in order to actually be able to sit down.
Yeah, and the busboys, half their job is that they're also they're the kind of guys who do drywall on the side, and so it's just all right, cool, and they'll tear them down and put up new sheets for the next Kyle to come along.
Now, would you have to get through all 3 in one punch, or do you have 2 punches to get through all 3?
Kyle can't do all 3.
Yeah, this is a place.
Jaeger Kyle.
Yeah, this is a place for leisure, right? So after a hard day, you get out of work, you drive back to your studio apartment in your fucking Jeep Liberty, and you just want to go out for a few cold ones and a few hard ones with the boys. You don't. Yeah.
I like Addie's one bar where the game is throwing Xbox controllers at their mom.
I have no idea what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Oh, starting a bar for Kyles.
For Kyles?
Yeah.
Do you not know what a Kyle is?
No.
Have you not been seeing the meme storm that's been going on for the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's already dead at this point. I feel kind of shameful having to even talk about it.
First off, you take a baby, and instead of giving it bottled milk, you give it bottled Monster, and that's how you start raising a Kyle.
Oh, no, okay, no, now I know what you're talking about. All right, okay, okay.
There you go.
No, I gotta know. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, we've got some drywall to take out. I'm so glad Mel left that here. She's even I've used it as a prop a couple times. She's like, I'm never leaving my monster cans behind again. I'm like, no, you just punch holes in my walls and then drop them into the framework.
Hey, insulation's insulation.
Exactly. See, it's recycling. It's eco-friendly. Kind of like, well, all of the aborted fetuses that the clinic didn't know what to do with them. Like, give them to me. I'm sure those things absorb heat like no one's business.
Okay.
They make good pig feed.
Wait, Kyle's do?
Yes, Kyle's too.
Kyle's make good pig feed. Okay. All right. Is this dementia? Jesus Christ.
Maybe.
Soylent taurine is Kyle.
Man, I feel so fucking boomer today.
No, you want to talk about something fucked up when it comes to like bagging on like monster fiends and Kyles and such in Derry, New Hampshire, just a town away from here. There was a gas station. It was like one of these small, privately owned just like Indian family just opens gas station / convenience store, and I guess they sold it. And whoever bought it for the longest time actually rebranded it as a monster gas station.
Oh,
I shit you not. Yeah, so you'd be driving down. At first, I was like, "Wow, that's a really big advertisement for Monster." Yes, I assume you sell them at your now former Exxon station. Nope. That was the branding. That was the branding for that gas. Which is
Monster gas.
Yeah.
The beast inside your fuel tank.
I actually want to see if I.
Do they only fuel up dirt bikes and four-wheelers?
Oh, actually, hang on. Actually, let me take a look here. Yeah, actually, because it was funny. Like Google, even I put in Monster Gas D, and it was immediately like Monster Gas, Derry, New Hampshire. I'm like, yes. And it's got 2 Google reviews, bringing it to a whopping 4 stars. 72 Crystal. I'm doxing a gas station now, guys. Everybody, I hope you enjoy. Buckle up.
It's free advertising. They don't care.
They only fuel up dirt bikes, four-wheelers, and tricked out Toyota Tacomas.
Yeah, or no. Also, you can't forget the Hyundai. No, it's not a Honda. No matter what you say, Jimmy, kind of crowd. It's like, why put
RAV4s?
I put an exhaust tip on it. No, you didn't. You just welded another broken exhaust that you found on the street side to it.
It's actually just a wood stove that's making the smoke. That's not your real exhaust.
Oh no, that's the other. Actually, that would be the other Monster Kyle ride. Ideally, would be like the diesel truck with the smokestacks in the bed. And every time they, take off from every time the light turns green, they gun it so they can plume a big, nasty cloud of their diesel smog into the street to show everybody how they haven't had sex with anyone outside of their cousin in 4 years.
You're assuming their cousin will touch them.
Fun story.
Yeah. Well, that's New Hampshire. We have those everywhere.
Yeah, where I grew up, there was a kid named Kyle that did something like that, and accidentally almost fucked his cousin.
Crispy Jen said, yeah, rolling coal.
Well, I don't know if his name was Kyle, but I know a guy who actually did fuck his cousin. He lost his virginity to her, actually.
Oh.
Oh. Hang on, we're not talking about former person of the year Rudy Giuliani, are we?
No.
Hold on, Rimshee. I have to ask. Was it a similar situation where this guy was in, and his entire family had been in like the same 3 towns for the past 100 years, and he just didn't know that it was his cousin, or did he know it was?
Oh, they were both fully aware.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, maybe he had a strong pull-out game, and he's like, it won't be a problem if I don't knock her up.
Well, the issue with that statement is, earlier I said he lost his virginity to her, so there's no way he knows that.
Oh, man.
I mean, I don't know where you're from, but most virgins around here, when they're getting ready to have sex for the first time, are at least somewhat aware that there's a connection between sex and pregnancy. I don't know what it's like in your area. And
he was Puerto Rican, or is Puerto Rican.
What the fuck? You're talking about Puerto Ricans like if you go to San Juan, you're going to find fertility statues everywhere because they just don't know when the gods are going to give the tribe another little one.
All I'm saying is he wasn't from around here. And
Okay.
this, of course, means that he was in the military when I met him.
Okay, I was gonna say, because this isn't helping your case, because if your definition of a Puerto Rican is just anyone who wasn't from around where you're from.
Although I would fully endorse you starting to use that as a bit now. So.
If you're not from around here, you're fucking Puerto Rican.
The Puerto Rican's just a catch-all term for anyone from outside the county.
They're Canadian? Fuck that! They're Puerto Rican!
Jesus Christ.
Well, we've managed to get a little racist here with our first guests, who happen to host a pre-show that we're no longer associated with. I don't care what you say.
It's fine.
Value that what little monetization we get that ends up going to BMG music.
Yeah.
Wow,
Hey,
BMG, Jesus Christ. What about BMG music? Why not Columbia?
Why not Sony?
Did Sony do their own, like, CD club?
Forgot about that.
Well, that's what you said, BMG music, and I'm like, dude, that's what we're talking about. BMG or Columbia music. Okay. I mean, I know not everybody who's watching is old enough to remember CD clubs, but holy shit.
Those are the bomb.
You do not know the struggle of dealing with parents, except for when you really tried to convince them that, yes, in fact, you really, really did need to join the CD club.
Mm-hmm.
It's really important. It's
it
a
only
great
costs
deal.
1 cent. It only costs 1 cent to begin with.
Only 1 cent to begin with, and then you got 12 albums for $1 an album. And then you just had to make sure you bought a minimum of 4 CDs a month for a year. And think of the savings, Mom and Dad. Come on.
Listen, Mom and Dad. I know you guys like Spin Doctors. I love Spin Doctors, but I'm not gonna go paying $14 for a Spin Doctors CD when I could either listen to them on the radio or join the BMG Music Club. This episode of Midweek Saints brought to you by BMG CD Club.
I actually did get my Spin Doctors CD from it was from the Columbia CD Club. But I did. I got Spin Doctors because like I had the fucking song whatever the fuck it was. What was the name of it?
Go ahead now.
Go ahead now. It's called like 4 Horsemen or something. I don't know what it was. Anyway, and then I that's how I actually discovered what a one-hit wonder was. I had no idea what that was until I got the Spin Doctors CD because only one song was good. And I was really upset.
Yeah, 2 Princes, yeah.
2 Princes. They had like 4 hits. I didn't hear them.
No, I know there was another one, but I can't for the life of me think of what it was. But also, I mean, like, how else would you have actually ever owned an entire Collective Soul album? I will say though, I mean, like, well, so like Live, right? You remember Live?
I do remember Live.
Yeah, really good, solid, like tight band. And they trailed, and like, well, even their decline was pretty graceful. Not like the Toadies who were like, "Hey, you remember us? Oh, we're sorry for that last album and this one." But yeah, no, Live. I remember I got Throwing Copper, and I'm like, wow, I've heard half of these songs on the radio, and the other half are just as good.
Yeah, no, that whole album was fucking amazing. It was legitimately a really, really, really good album, and I was shocked by that too. You know, it was funny too because I got it and I'd actually never heard the song "I Alone." Because all MTV would play was Lightning Crashes. You never saw any of the other ones, and but "I Alone" became my favorite song of the album. And then years later, I was watching like MTV2 or something at my grandma's house. And because we lived in a piece of shit town, we didn't get MTV. And "I Alone" comes on. I'm like, what? They made a video. This is before the internet, guys. So yeah. I think Creed's best song was Creed Shreds.
Cock rattle my ass, yeah.
Of course, Creed was Larry Kubiak shit. That explains so fucking much.
I was glad though because I actually did. I was able to. I went through the. I went through rehab. We called it Napster in the day, and managed to get off the CD club just before I made the mistake of saying, "I wonder what the rest of Stain's stuff sounds like." Oh. Although to be fair, I mean, I remember listening to that shit. I remember up here in New England, Godsmack was fucking massive, specifically because they were from around here. But we knew how douchey they were before anyone else. Two quick stories. One, the bass player of a local band that I was friends with in high school at the time came home from high school one time, and his parents weren't there, and he's going to walk down to the basement to watch some TV, and there's a carpet cleaner down there. He was let in, to clean the carpets. And he's like, "Whoa, who are you and what are you doing here?" He's like, "Oh, man, it's okay, dude. I'm just here to clean the carpets. But actually, and he looks at the kid. He's like, "Oh, but you might have actually heard of me. I'm from in my band, Godsmack. Get the fuck out of my house. Get out of my." He kicked him out mid carpet cleaning. And
I'm so glad I live in a state that actually produced good music.
Well, there was another time. Well, I actually found out thanks to Dankula. I was reminded Gigi Allen came from here. So wait, no, we're still not talking about good music, then, are we?
No.
Anyway,
yeah.
I fucking
watch.
I went on. I was on Drunken Peasants last night, and I made actually the comment that Gigi Allen was not good music. Like, because it's not. Gigi Allen did not. Well, except his country album was actually pretty good. His country album was pretty good, but
yeah, but even Charles Manson came out with a country album.
Yeah, country's a lot easier to do. But some people got like really super mad. They're like, "You can't say Gigi Allen wasn't good music." Yes, I can. Gigi Allen wasn't good music. He just wasn't. He wasn't that good.
Well, this is a funny thing. My first job, I was a dishwasher at a bar in London. It's gone now, but it used to be called Whippersnappers. It was like the town bar restaurant. Nice place. And Sully from Godsmack, the lead goatee singer. Sully and his goatee and his spiked pre-Guy Fieri hair would come in. And you could tell anytime he showed up at the bar because all of the waitstaff would like rush into the kitchen so that they didn't have to be assigned his table. And there was one time my friend of mine was drinking there, and this really drunk girl comes up and she's like, "You should buy me a drink." He's like, "No." And Sully had just sat down in like a little corner table feeling like a player. "No, I'm not buying you a drink." "Come on." He's like, "Hey, you know what? That guy over there, that's my cousin. He's loaded. But he'll only buy you a drink if you get up on his table and start dancing for him." She's like, "Okay." So she stumbles over there, climbs up on the table, starts dancing. Sully sees the direction she came from, looks and sees my friend. He's like, "Hey." And he's like, "Hey, yeah." Signals to the bouncer. All of them got kicked out. A bunch of drinks got bought for my buddy that night. They're like, "You got Sully kicked out of the bar. Thank fuck."
Well, hey, so let's start with Rimshee first. Anything you want to show, promote, put out there?
Other than the pre-show?
Mm-hmm.
Olive Garden?
Yes, Olive.
Yeah, she's gonna be on the show this week. So.
Hell yeah, I'm excited for that.
Not Smolive.
No. Olive Garden. I don't know if you've actually gotten a chance to really watch Olive Garden. She's fucking great. I've been blasting her out.
I just thought he was a big fan of breadsticks all of a sudden. I'm like, okay, we're doing this.
Well,
don't judge me, Nick.
We're gonna take a look at an Olive Garden's video here in a minute. But what about you, Rimshee? Or not? What about you,
Jables? Other guy. What about you, other guy?
Me? Kill Tony podcast. Anybody interested in comedy? It's a good podcast to watch.
Kill Tony podcast?
Yeah,
I've heard of it. I never listened.
All right, man. Cool. Well, if you guys can toss me those links in Discord, and otherwise we'll talk to you guys in just a little bit. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. Cheers, buddies. And
cheers, burgers.
Cheers, burgers. I think what we'll do the lemon party one, her latest one. It's pretty adorable. Olive is.
I mean, if it what was it last week? We found that other channel from that 15-year-old.
Oh yeah, Olive just started on YouTube.
Oh, so like 2 weeks from now, she'll have twice my subscribers.
Hello, my ethereal beings. It's Celeste's birthday. It's organic.
Thank you.
I need to teach Olive how to master her audio though.
Or don't.
It's Celeste's birthday. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's Celeste's birthday. She's 1 year old. I got her last year. I love her so much. She's such a Gemini. I'm a Virgo because like my birthday is September 1st. She just talks so much. Oh my gosh, she just talks forever. I love her so much. She's a gem. So we're gonna celebrate. I'm a little bit pink though. It turns out oil isn't like the best sunscreen. Referring to my last video, maybe use real sunscreen. Just like try to get the stuff without the oxides in it. Today we're just doing a little celebration. It's a lemon party. I got confetti, you guys. Oh no! Oh, I spilled all of it! Oh my gosh! Wow, it's a real party now. I just got it everywhere. Confetti. So we're having a lemon party because lemons is nature's solution to all problems. Since it's the last birthday, we're gonna start drinking. So this is vodka. There's confetti in it. I'm gonna try to fish it out, you guys. I don't really want to drink confetti. I mean, I would if I'm drunk enough. I have to start drinking first. And I'm not drunk yet, I swear. Oh, it's gonna smell like vodka now. Took some from my roommate. She keeps it under her bed for some reason. I don't get it. I am a baby, guys. Don't freak out. Don't get all like concerned mom on me. I got all the confetti out of the vodka, you guys. This is lemonade, cause you know it's a lemon party. There's confetti in this as well. You know what? I think I'm just gonna treat it as a garnish. I mean, it's just paper. What's it gonna do? Underage people do not drink. Overage people have fun. Oh, I'm trying not to get the confetti, but it's not really working. Oh, I got all the confetti. Wow. Maybe I should have picked a smaller glass. This is a lot. Oh, we're gonna have some fun tonight, you guys. I've never made a video while like inebriated. If you have a liquid near you, raise your glass to Miss Celeste because it's her birthday and wish her another year around the sun with me. To her health. Woo! Wow, you can really taste the vodka. Also lemonade. This is great. Yes. Oh, so lemony. Oh, I'm digging this. Yes. Yeah. So you guys, I want to tell you a little story. I want to tell you a story about how I met Celeste. Holy cow. Wow. This is already hitting me. This is bad. I can't remember my
Bad.
story. Oh, I was at the mall with my big sister, Oniona. Yeah, my dad, he's a vegan, so he's like really into that life. I'm Olive, my big sister is Oniona, and then my little brother is Carrot. Sometimes we call him Carrie, but honestly, you guys, I don't know which would get him less bullied. So I was out with Oniona.
My little brother Carrot. Oh my god.
We call him Carrot because I don't know which one would get him less bullied. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Marcel the Shell with Shoes. Have you seen that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Some people said, like, you're really small, but I said, well, compared to what?
Olive is a sweetheart. She does character-driven comedy.
We'll have to drag her on the show. Be like, hey, congratulations on getting onto the pre-show. You're about to hit the big, well, more like the farm leagues. You're gonna get out of Little League at least. Are you excited for Friday? Can't wait to see you.
All right. Anyway, go subscribe to Olive. We'll put her link in the description. Let's see. What's next? Oh yeah. We gotta roll again.
Fridays are the big deals because that's when I put on my big boy shirts with the buttons on them and not the Batman logo and the stains from the sour cream from the burrito earlier.
Neo Gibbo, what's going on, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Neo Jimbo.
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. It's been a very hectic, crazy fucking week.
I definitely can hear you there.
Yeah. Wacky ass shit.
I'm gaying up my mic stand.
It looks beautiful.
In honor of Pride. Is it still Pride?
Why haven't I been doing? I have like some rainbow shit somewhere. Hang on.
You're gay as shit.
I know.
But your mic stand is like straight. It's like it's like I feel like I'm looking at Mike Pence right now. Totally not gay vice president, by the way, guys.
Coming from Indiana, I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Hashtag totally not gay vice president Mike Pence. Don't make that trend on Twitter for Pride, guys.
Okay. Here we go. All right. I'm just gonna drape this right over here.
All the green disappears.
Yeah, well, whatever. It is what it is.
I think that works pretty well, Jeff.
I think so too.
Yeah.
We'll just tie it kind of loose like a cravat.
Yeah. And if it's loose enough, like that, what people won't totally won't associate it with nothing. Actually, they'll just think your mic stand's broken.
Probably, yeah.
Like, you hang on, you used one of those State Department pride flags to fix your mic stand?
Kind of looks like shit, actually.
A little bit. You need a lay that you pick up on the sidewalk after some basic birthday shenanigans.
I had a lay somewhere. I don't know. So, okay.
Some of your friends from Louisiana send you some beads.
Oh, I do have some Mardi Gras beads somewhere, but it's been a million years, and I think probably the kid busted most of them up when he was younger. Probably.
Fucking kids always disrespecting Pride Month.
I know. Fucking bigots. Fuck.
Oh, I wanted to tell you guys that list that I let go during the Christmas season. Got a lot of updates to it, and I'm gonna send it to both of you a little bit later.
Oh, the game key list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I didn't remember. I make.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I was a little confused because I tend to make a lot of lists during Christmas time too, but it's usually of people who failed to contact me to see if I was doing okay.
Yeah, mine's a list of all the game keys I don't use, and that's how you got Just Cause 3 last year.
Oh yes, that was honestly I can't I think I had more fun with that game than anything else just by fucking it up and like, oh, there's a story? Shit, I wish I'd known that 4 weeks ago.
To be honest, it was a blast for just watching you play it.
Just blowing it. Just hours of just causing train wrecks.
And the Assassin's Creed Origins, I haven't beat it yet. I kind of got distracted, but I got like 75% of the way through the game. I was absolutely obsessed with it. It's so fucking good. But now, you hooked me up with the American Truck Stimulator, and I was trying to get that working with VR the other day, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm going to just try and install it without VR, and my computer will not let me run any of the truck simulators.
Every time you say Truck Simulator, all I can think of is you fucking fluffing Optimus Prime.
I mean, I would play that game too, but I don't know, man. I'm so bummed though. I need to figure out what's going on with it because I love the idea of doing Uncle Ted's Road Trip, where it's just 2 hours of me in costume, like streaming on Twitch. How y'all doing? Yeah, we're going to listen to some music over the radio. We're going to call some of our buddies on the CB. That'd be great.
That would kick ass.
I gotta get it working.
If you need any help, let me know. You know what my job is. I'm a hardware engineer. So.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking I might enlist your help if I can get some free time one of these evenings and see if I can figure out what's wrong with it.
Yeah, well, cool.
What I'd really like to see, Jeff, what I think would be fucking brilliant is because if you're live streaming it in VR like that, well, you're just going to be, you're either going to have to be off camera, it's just going to be you sitting with the goggles. But if you actually just played a bunch of it in VR, recorded that, built yourself get a nice wheel, mount it somewhere on your desk, and then green screen that picture of you sitting in what looks like a truck cabin. There you go. Yeah. Well, it's more of like a Kia Sorrento kind of wheel. I don't know.
It's a racing wheel. It's a SciTech racing.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that I need 10 to 20% of your ad revenue on those specific videos once they're produced, because this is a bit that I just came up with by taking your idea and making it better, a la
of course
Saturday Night Live. But I'm saying that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it definitely could.
And I also got to get back into Subnautica because Tickle Trunk gifted me that a while back, and I need to get back into it. And I feel shamed that I never thought to do a Jacques Cousteau thing.
What the fuck was that?
My doorbell. We ordered dinner.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Is that me? Is that Nick? Or is that you? What the fuck?
I don't have a doorbell.
It's me. Yeah, this new mic is awesome, but I'm still working out where the sound is actually going to go into it.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of mic is it?
It's the MXL 990 Midnight.
I think I looked at one of those. This is an XLR condenser?
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah, those are great, except when you try to do ASMR like I did today.
Well, I don't ever really intend on doing that. My thing is just going to be like podcasting and gaming.
Oh, yeah. And you can't go wrong with an XLR mic also because when you end up like podcasting or chatting with somebody who's working on a Yeti Blue, if you're on camera, you can just show them your interface, like my Tascam US 1641 interface, and they'll be like, "Wow, you're professional." Like, yeah, don't tell anyone.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, I do got to say, if you do get an XLR mic, I definitely recommend Behringer. Those things are amazing. I can't believe how good I sound compared to my other mic that I had.
Yeah. No, Behringer's a really good brand. Rode's a pretty good brand, although to be honest with you, like, for how much I paid for this mic, why this mic is good is that there's a shit ton of other things that with just one ear available, I can hear going on, but I know don't make it into the mic. The mic is very selective. It's very smart, but the sound of it is really not as good as like a mic that I paid $20 for.
Yeah.
You know, but that thing picks up fucking everything.
Well, I was looking at Rode when I was going to get new hardware, but they're just so fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And just starting out, I couldn't see putting that much money into something that I'm going to use once a week.
Yeah. No, I can see that. I can totally see that. This seemed like a good expense because it's my job, but
yeah, I mean, I could see validating it for that expense, but not like, for me, I'm just starting out, so I had to get something that would work well, but still be in my budget.
Middle Gear Ops is saying I thought of an Uncle Ted Space Adventure stream with Elite Dangerous. I think that would be better if it was Hemlock Moonwolf's Space Adventure.
I wanted to see Hemlock Moonwolf play something like Dead Space.
Oh fuck. I don't know if I could stay in character. Like, Dead Space is pretty fucking freaky.
I was like, I wonder if the Earth Mother would save him.
Right. Jesus
Hello,
Christ.
Star Children. Welcome back to the nursery.
Greetings. I just clicked over and saw Olive again. Fucking hell. It's too damn funny.
But I mean, you spoil me because she looks a little gingery, but at the same time, she's also a funny woman. So I'm.
She's great, man. She's fucking great. Super awesome. I'm a big fan. What else you got going on this coming summer, Neo Gibbo?
Just working. I've got a few projects I can't actually say anything about because they're for the government. Yeah.
Right.
But other than that, just doing my Twitter channel that I lost a bet, and it was really funny.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, it is.
I lost a bet, and I have to post about my bowel movements daily.
Yeah, what's the I forget the name of the Twitter account.
Oh, Everybody Gibbs.
Yeah.
The worst part about that is you probably end up getting a bunch of like hardcore followers on that account who are following you for the wrong.
It's been a week and a half, and I still have the same amount of followers I did the day I started.
Not for long. Everybody Gibbs. Okay. Let's check out. Wow, Jesus Christ! You blogged today's entry something crazy.
Well, it was a pretty big event, so.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna read this in a dramatic reading.
Here we go.
I will preface this with a fact about me. I don't usually have a build to needing to go. I either do or don't. Struggled with it a lot as a kid. Most of the time it's, do I have time to run to the bathroom, or do I have to clench so hard I could crush a diamond while I crab walk? Well, today, I had the former of the two. The engineers went out for a celebration lunch and came back about 10 minutes before my turd alert went off. I stand up out of my chair and run to the first bathroom. Stall is full. Run to the second. Locked door. I can't hold it. For another minute. So I bolt out the door to the office next door, pleading with the lady behind the desk. Listen, lady, I've done computer work off the books for y'all several times. Please let me use your shitter. And I have to say, she had to think about it. I've done hundreds of dollars worth of work for these people for free because it's a clinic, a place where people could go get treated who have no money. And this lady starts saying no until the boss walks out and says, hey, what's the matter? I say, hey, boss of establishment's name. All the toilets at our office are full, and I'm kind of in a bad situation down below. And I'm about 20 seconds before I make myself the most unwelcome person in this entire building. He laughed and said, third door to the left. So I ran. I got to the door, threw it open, and before it could swing closed, I was perched upon the toilet, gripping both crippled bars ready for Armageddon. I unleashed hell upon the bowl. The wet, sloppy sounds of not quite solid masses flopping against the side of the bowl made me realize I had to adjust my aim before a stacking situation caused a sticky situation. And then I heard proper splashing. After about 90 seconds, the flow had ended and I felt relief. I cleaned myself up and flushed, to realize that the toilet was built for normal people. And with not a plunger to be found, I started to panic. The business owner knocked on the door to ask if I was okay, and my reply was, Jim, not his name, we should have brought a bigger boat. And he talked. And he knocked 10 seconds later and handed me the plunger from his office. The moral of the story, don't buy cheap toilets. I suggest Sloan, their solid brand that never clog, even after pierogi night.
You know, I'm gonna take this moment to say, I'm not gonna say that I regret getting Vernaculus's publishing deal, but I feel that there should have been other people further ahead in line.
I'm very pleased. That was good.
Yeah.
So everybody go follow at Everybody Gibbs for more epic daily tales. Tales.
Yeah, post it for them in the chat. That way they can get there. And then one day, it's not going to be your hardware work. It's not going to be your profession or your passion that leads you to a healthy, happy, lucrative retirement.
Nope, it's going to be my shit.
It'll be your collected Twitter shits put into a nice little book which people can put on the pristine on the pristine backrest of their own toilets.
Well, the thing is, if I get over 1,000 followers in a month, I have to keep it going ad nauseum.
Oh,
so I'm just so you know how it goes.
You just playing it calm.
I'll just have to keep flowing on there like a Wednesday morning after Tuesday chili.
Yeah, actually, Taco Bell night's my worst night.
See, this is the important thing. Is like, if you're going to be writing comedy, you can't just make shit up. You got to write to what you know, like your bowel movements.
Well, my roommate does laugh every time I have an event, and I've got IBS, and I have no way of knowing that I have to go until it's time. So I have events regularly, and it's a source of much amusement for my roommate.
It's a soy sauce source of sensitivity.
Yeah. Everybody poops, and if you don't, you're an android and should be destroyed. So, anything you want to show, promote, put out there other than your Everybody Gibbs account?
Thanks to you, I discovered Chris Raygun, and I have trouble sleeping now.
No, I'm so glad. Chris is like, I love seeing like small up and coming creators, like, really getting some attention, some light shown on them. He's a really talented bubby, that one.
Well, he's just way too energetic for me. I've actually got to watch Bob Ross in order to go to sleep.
I'll be honest with you.
Which is a weird thing. It's a weird thing though too, because when you meet him in person, especially if you're only familiar with his work, and then you meet him in person, it's like, Chris, say something. Chris, say something. Say something, Chris. Come on. Here's a bunch of drinks. Oh no, fuck! Please shut up. Please, it's too much.
All right. So otherwise, I'll talk to you again here pretty soon. I know that I'll be doing a patron thing here, probably near the end of the week or so, trying to catch up after this crazy month. But yeah, talk to you soon, buddy.
Have a good one.
Mahalo.
Cheers.
Bye.
And boop. All right. Larry Kubiak with the 50 bones says, let's round it up with our boy Jerome. And also, he still does this shit. Support him on YouTube. Boy is a treasure. He is a treasure. He is a treasure. And his channel name is Jerome Thug Love Jones, by the way.
Alright, I'll get off after this.
Oh, yeah.
My mama told him to get out the game, little boy. What'd she say, get out so you can eat dinner?
No. I've been on all day.
I know, so you gotta
grown
take a
ass
break.
man.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's sad, bro. You're a grown man.
I'm 6'10".
Well, you sound like a grown man. That's bad.
It's bad that I sound like a grown man.
Yeah, because you still getting told to get out the game, and you sound like a grown man.
I mean, okay, yes.
That's bad, fool. Stick up for yourself.
That's my mother.
I don't give a shit who it is. Tell her you ain't getting out the fucking game. We doing some shit.
You can disrespect your mother like that.
I disrespect you, fuck boy. Now don't tell her you ain't getting out the game.
Fuck you.
Look, he gonna, don't talk about my mom, faggot ass.
I didn't even say that.
Oh, but you were thinking it.
Okay, I guess. You sound pretty mad.
No, you mad, bro?
No, not really. I'm pretty calm.
No, you pissed off.
I'm not, actually.
No, you pissed off because you got to get out the game. I know.
Definitely
It's Sunday, fool. He mad. He got to get ready for school for the week. That's why he got to get off. He a young boy.
There's no school tomorrow, stupid fuck. It's Thanksgiving.
If there ain't no school tomorrow, why you got to get out the game so early, fuck boy? Smart guy.
Obviously using a lot of electricity.
Nah, now this man said using a lot of electricity is why he got to get out the game. That's bullshit.
Don't you have some weed to go smoke or some basketball to go play?
Nigga, how you know I smoke weed? Do you hear me coughing?
I don't know. I mean,
I know you a bitch though with that stupid ass comment you just
only
made.
Dumbasses smoke weed.
Nah, only dumbass niggas blame being off the game on electricity.
Oh yeah.
Your mama still buy your 3-month card, don't it, fuck boy?
Yeah, you're right.
I gotta get off the game. It's too much electricity. That's rich. That's the first I done heard that shit. What the fuck they make the game for then? It run off electricity. Nah, hell nah. Mama got one of them plug-in vibrators and this shit ain't working because it's dumb ass on the game.
I'm way more mature than you, and I'm younger.
You way more mature than me, but you got a mama still masturbating at age 50.
Listen to you. Do you hear yourself?
No, I hear you, nigga. Did you not hear what you just said? I gotta get off the game because I'm using too much electricity. Your mama trying to get one off and you fucking her flow up.
You're talking shit through Xbox.
Oh, he's abusing me. He's battering me.
Okay, I would just shoot you.
Motherfucker, you don't even know how to shoot. Do you know what a handgun permit look like?
I do, actually. I've seen one.
Nah, you don't have one. So who sound like who gonna blow who ass off?
I don't need one to shoot you. You sound like a ghetto piece of shit.
You sound like a nigga that's got to get out the game so his mama can masturbate. That's what you sound like.
Shut your little ass up.
What?
You heard me, nigga? I said shut your ass up.
Yo, Jerome.
Hello? Who's talking shit? Who was it? Breaded chicken? Yo, punk, can you hear me?
I can hear you, bitch ass nigga. What's up?
Yeah, hey man, don't be talking shit to my 12-year-old son.
Hey man, I can do whatever I want, man. You better sell your ass down for your ass beat.
You ain't gonna do shit. You don't even know where I'm at.
I'm gonna come over there and beat your ass, suck your dick, faggot.
Hey. If you want to be that gamer that gets mad and talks smack to me when you don't know who
I ain't gay.
that's
I'm
okay.
offended you even call me gay.
Look, that's
I'm
okay.
listening, nigga.
This is my 11-year-old son, so quit acting like a punk-ass bitch.
Hey, whoa, look, now you call me a bitch, you get mad disrespectful.
Quit acting a fool. Talking shit to an 11-year-old kid, for real.
What you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. You get on the game, you yelling at me and shit. About to make me cry and shit.
Is your name Tyrone?
No, it ain't Tyrone. Cause I'm black, you think my name Tyrone?
You're black?
Hell no, nigga, I'm Asian.
An Asian that says nigga. Uh-huh. Yeah, you make much sense.
I'm serious,
you make
man.
Much sense, you fucker retard.
Whatever, man. Put on your pants.
You have no life. You have no life. So you sit in your mama's basement.
You over there yelling at me and shit, man. You better chill your ass down, for real.
You talk shit to 11-year-old kids because you have no
Boy,
life.
your 11-year-old son sounds cute.
You dick suck black Asian, nigga.
He sounds cute to me, dog, and I'm about to take him from you.
You dick suck black Asian.
I'm gonna take him from you and put him in a little dress and, play with his ass.
You dick suck black Asian. You like
I'm about to go crazy on his dick, dog. I'm about to do crazy things. No homo.
dick black Asian.
Why you getting all racist on me, dog? I'm getting really emotional right now. I'm about to break down and cry. I wasn't expecting that at all. Hey, look, I want to talk to you on a personal basis, man. Stop calling me black Asian, man. You gonna make me cry and break down and shit.
That tough shit. You should have been talking shit to my 11-year-old kid. I hope you cried. I hope you can't.
I didn't even know he was 11, man. And he sounded cute, man.
I
You
know,
sound like
but
a nice
I
young
came out
man.
here and I came out here and I tried to talk to you, and you just want to talk smack. I can do whatever
I wasn't even talking smack, man. Whatever, man. You lucky you weren't in my hood, man. We'll beat your ass, suck your dick.
You'll beat my ass and suck my dick.
Yeah, you heard me.
Are you a fag? Are you a fag?
How am I? I ain't even said anything gay. What you talking about? That's cruising rules, nigga.
No, you can't be a fag, black, and Asian all at the same time. That's just not cool, bro.
What you talking about, man? That's what I just told you. I'm gonna whoop your ass and suck your dick.
Kids laughing in the back too.
Hey, I don't even care, man. Put your 11-year-old son on the mic again. He sound cute, nigga. Oh, what's up, nigga? You ready?
He's back again.
He's back again?
Yeah, I'm back. What's up?
That's alright.
I'm back again. What's up, nigga? You ready?
You better get the fuck out of my living room, you fucking nigger!
You better shut your ass up, girl, before I smack you in the face with this donkey dick. You better listen to your wife, man.
Are you even in
fuck.
America? Just shut up.
Yes, I'm in America, dog.
Look,
Yeah, tell your wife to shut up, dog.
Child molester!
Woman, shut up for a
I ain't no child molester.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so just a quick couple things. If you're new to Jerome's channel, we'll link to it in the description when this eventually gets to YouTube. And Jerome, I hope you enjoy the 65 cents of ad revenue you're going to get from this video. But look in your comments, you will see. I hope everybody who goes over to subscribe to Jerome, which you should, shows up and comments on the first video that you watch that the Saints sent you. That way we can get his ass on the show and he can double copy strike us when we upload that one.
Jesus
yeah, that was
Christ.
spicy, but unfortunately, it wasn't neither of us who was saying horrible, racist, homophobic shit, especially not during Pride Month.
Thankfully,
you know, I mean, look at this shit. Look at how gay our mic stands are. We stand in solidarity. We don't stand for any f-bombs unless it comes from somebody else.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, somebody's echoing. Not anymore.
That's right.
Oh shit, it's me.
Ah!
I was actually busy leaving a comment on Jerome's newest video saying that the Saints sent me to get my ass beat and my dick sucked.
Nice.
There you go. Yeah, I heard you were handing out the dick sucking.
Rub my dick against your
Where you at?
cheekbone.
Where you at? I'll meet you in Overwatch. How about that?
Oh fuck.
Jesus Christ. How you doing? How you doing?
How I do? Nick, congratulations on the whole Quinn situation.
Yeah.
I left a comment on your video about that. I was that kid that's in Quinn's shoes.
Yeah. Too many
yeah,
of them.
Yeah. If you ever want to talk about that kind of stuff or whatever,
Oh,
you know,
well,
my DMs are always open.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, it's been funny now because it's actually like you know, this whole new enlightenment kick that I'm on, where it's like, hey, you know, life is a lot better if you don't just constantly be angry about shitty things you can't do anything about. Yeah. Well, it's been funny too, because like, you know, her mom's still playing games, still like fucking around. I mean, shit, I had DCYF at my house the other day. Really nice lady too. Didn't take any coffee, which kind of didn't offend or upset me. I was just like, but I just made a whole pot of French press Colombian roast. Come on. But yeah, no, I mean, but it's funny because you get to this point, and you're like, you know, I ain't even mad. You go ahead and do you. I hope you get better someday. And then I'll just go and fuck with Quinn. And like I asked her today, I'm like, have you ever had a Hawaiian pizza? She's like, what's that? I'm like, it's got pineapple on it. She's like, oh, I had that. I'm like, what'd you think? She's like, I liked it. I'm like, you're going up for adoption tomorrow.
Pineapple belongs on pizza, by the way.
No, it does not. Absolutely not.
Also, Jeff, not to dig up anything painful, but sorry to hear about your mom.
Oh, I appreciate it. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
I remember the video that you made about a year ago about her and what she was going through.
Oh yeah.
And that's all over now.
I gotta
That's
make
like-
I gotta make another video about it to like kind of, you know, put the capstone on it, you know, just be pretty much over and done with it. But yeah, I mean, it's a shitty, difficult situation for sure, but in the end, it's pretty much for the best, you know. It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm doing pretty all right, all things considered. Just kind of bouncing back a little bit. There's definitely like, you know what's weird? The thing that's really strange about grief is our brains are such weird very efficient at compartmentalizing things. So I can't even really tell if it bothers me or not. But I definitely can tell that I'm off. Like, you know when you're playing with a toy that, like a toy train set, and the wheels just aren't quite on the tracks. It still technically is moving and turning, but it's just not doing it very well. That's like how my brain feels half the time right now. It's really weird. It's a weird sensation.
Yeah, I've been gone for like the past 2 weeks. Like I haven't gone anywhere, but I haven't been tuning in for the live shows either here or over at Poisoning the Well, because I've been dealing with some stuff myself. Nothing as heavy as like losing someone that you care about, but
yeah,
it's all relative.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So like I've been kind of hiding under a rock, and like it's funny because like just this morning I woke up and I said to myself, "Fuck this shit. I'm tired of being fucking miserable." You know, like I want to come back. Like I want to get that high of having everyone tell me how funny they think I am, even though I don't think I am. And I'm tired of beating myself up in my head. I want to hear other people say nice things about me, and I want to go watch The Boys because they always cheer me up.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you know, I got home from work and Nick had posted a video about just such that topic. I was just saying, fuck it, I'm done being miserable and pissed off all the time. So,
yeah, it's for the best. It really honestly is.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing too. I'm glad I remembered to say it in that video too, because that was another. I was gonna do that one scripted, but then I was like, no, I don't do that. But I mean, just last week we got treated to watching Jon Stewart be an absolute boss and champion in a way which it wasn't even like, yeah, I mean, he was focusing like saying like you Congress people fucking suck, and they do, we know that. But it was inspiring because you see this shit and you're like, God damn, like I am so happy I got to see that. Like I got to see another human being go and be an absolute fucking champion or badass or like good cause. And then we get Keanu Reeves showing up and it's like, wow, you know what? All these fuckwits on Twitter who like, you know, want to just kvetch and bitch and make life miserable. Fuck those people. I won't believe they exist until I chew on their skulls with my very own teeth.
Yeah, it's not gonna work for everyone, but I think it is really like Jeff. You've done it yourself for like months at a time, and you said it was great. I can vouch for it. After the election in 2016, when I voted Freedom Party just because I was coerced into voting, I didn't want to. I did it under duress just to make some of my friends happy.
Right.
People got mad at me for not voting Hillary. And a bunch of friends turned on me. And at that point, I said, you know what? I'm done with social media. Because, like, when I have interactions with my friends face-to-face, we can talk like adults. But when like, some of them, like, decide to call me out on something like, oh, I said this about a feminist, or, oh, I didn't vote for this person. They do it publicly on social media. They try to humiliate me and shame me for my opinion or my belief or whatever. Yet if we had that same conversation in person, we can handle it like adults.
Yes.
We might not still agree with each other, but at least we are able to, you know, like hash it out. And that's one of the biggest reasons that like I started a Twitter again this year, but I haven't really been using it just because I don't want to fall back into all that shit again. Right. I'm so sick of the left versus the right, and feminist versus anti-feminist, and SJWs and anti-SJ. I just don't care anymore. Like, I'm only 36. I'm only 36, but I feel like I've wasted a lot of my life on giving a shit about things that most of the people around me outside of the internet have never even thought about. Like,
well, exploring like different like paths of thought, like because I've actually like it's funny because if this is the track you're on, you're really gonna love the new 27-minute video I did last night. But no, I mean that's the thing is like, you know, I look back, I mean fuck, I got into politics professionally, right? And I was a union guy and I fought for the environment and abortion rights and all the good lefty shit, you know. And then I got out of that field, and then I fell in with the anti-SJW crowd and shit. And the thing was, well, looking back, I mean, with the exception of like some of the cringy response videos, which are just, they were fashionable at the time, but they don't hold up well.
No.
But aside from that, I mean, like I don't lament or regret personally coming to those conclusions in any capacity, because that's just you are just now processing. It's just you processing new thoughts, and if you come to a different conclusion later on, it's all good. No, regret is like one of the biggest wastes of mental RAM you can ever dedicate your brain to.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't regret the like 2 or 3 years that I spent like subscribed to people well, I'm not gonna name names, but like people on one side of an issue or people on the other side of an issue, and because like it opened up my eyes to like a bunch of different perspectives that I hadn't considered, but at the same time I watched it become formulaic. It started off as creative and open-minded, where it was like, all right, this person has a bad idea, I'm going to attack it, but I'm going to do it with like grace and with like a comedic angle or whatever, and it was fun. And then it became all these big YouTubers within this sphere or whatever just started making the same copy paste video over and over again. Who's the target this week? We're all making this video, the same damn video, but with a different like YouTuber's voice behind it. And it's like, again, I like those YouTubers and I like their takes. I think they're very funny. I think they're very insightful. But it was just filling me with hate for people that I didn't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, and I know it's like an overused internet buzzword, but it was so fucking toxic for me.
No, you know what? Fuck it. Let's
poisoning me.
Well, here's something. I think another healthy fucking step to making this, because I mean, I see this a lot more people are waking up to this, right? It's like the thing is that an idea, right? An idea, like people notice there's something wrong with the world. There's something wrong with like a prevailing ideology or school of thought, and then they rightfully step forward to oppose it, to criticize it, to talk about it, and to raise an issue. Great, right? When it becomes a fad, that's when it becomes a problem. When it becomes a genre unto itself. I mean, YouTube really doesn't need any more cartoons calling rainbow-haired college students cunts. It doesn't.
Yeah,
not really.
There's overabundance of it. So I mean, it's one of those things, though. It's like Occupy Wall Street was the same thing. It's the kind of thing that, like, it organically sort of surfaces to serve its purpose, and then it dies a cringy death. But hopefully, if you paid the right kind of attention to what was going on, you came away with it like a new perspective and a new understanding, and maybe like a new critical lens to look through.
Yeah.
The thing though that is also really important about this, and it's probably one of the least focused on aspects to that whole culture. Is that this culture that we've all experienced, and granted it has made loud splashes at this point. Now people in normie space and all around the world know about it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it conveys a certain amount of importance. All of this energy, all of this noise, all of this drama and strife and struggle and people going absolutely apeshit, traumatizing themselves at times, really doesn't mean anything. It never did. Not really. Even like people who have upwards close to or even over 1 million subscribers, even their take politically on things is a very tiny part of an otherwise tinier genre on one single website. The actual impact of it in the real world is very tiny, but that's not how people will sell it to you. They sell it to you as, get in, normie, we're going to save the West. And it's just it's crazy.
That's what it mutated into. I mean, I'll say maybe this is like a biased perspective on my part, and I'm happy to admit it.
Sure.
But I know, like, so like what got me in with the anti-feminist, anti-SJW thing was my experience in family court. I'd seen what the effects of legislation passed by political movements and campaigners and crusaders had actually created. And at the time, when I was first going through it like 10 years ago, if you tried as a father to step forward and say like, I'm constantly being accused of false bullshit, I'm constantly being accused of being abusive and all of this, and it's all being upheld, and there's all these problems, no one would listen. Right? It's like people talk about MRAs these days, and to a certain extent, there's legitimacy, but it's a bunch of guys. Oh, it's the guys who just don't want to pay their child support, right? That's what you get written off as. These days, though, it's increasingly understood that, like, yeah, actually, those family courts are really fucked up, and they don't do well by kids, and they don't do well by really anybody, and they play to the money, and they play to the legislation. And people are starting to pick up on that more and more. So incremental changes by people making a whole bunch of noise in whatever way they can, it can have positive knock-on effects, but it's when it becomes that fad and genre to the point where, I mean, I always go back to the point of, like Blair White said, when it comes to this modern conservative sort of movement, right?
They're
like
all fake.
Yeah, the Dave Rubins and the Ben Shapiros are like, oh yeah, like that genre is like, oh, play up how bad it's been for you. It's like, well, wait a second, wasn't that what all of the guys we used to complain about did? Wow, It's almost like it's a series of circles. They're not Venn diagrams; they're just these really weird spirals.
Ridiculous.
Like a drifting
shit.
competition.
Ridiculous.
I'm sorry, I took the conversation in this direction.
No, it's fine. No, it's totally fine. I mean,
No.
it's something that me and Nick do talk about, and it's something that I think about on my own time. I mean, you would not believe how many times I have recorded a video about that very topic and then just deleted it. So many times. I know you've done that too, Nick.
Maybe 1 or 20 times, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of unlisted shit on my channel, I'll say, with no actual green screen effects. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I got pulled into all this stuff while I was in a really dark period in my life after like a dream had fallen apart, and I was very bitter, and I was looking up videos about something on the topic of like feminism, because I always considered myself a feminist, and I saw this, what we call third wave feminism, I guess nowadays.
Crazy.
Going on a crazy rant about blah 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 whatever, and that's when I tumbled down the rabbit hole, and I started to question a lot of to me it was about opening my eyes to what was wrong with an ideology that I align myself with, and how that might be dangerous to put myself in that box, and that was great for about 6 months, and then I started realizing that this was a whole genre on YouTube, and it all started feeling fake to me. And well,
it coalesced too. I mean, like, it was funny because we saw a lot of people from what used to be atheist YouTube, right? Because that was, atheist YouTube was all about opposing a silly idea, and then it turned into I'm not gonna say it, not the event. You know the event. But no, I mean, with all of that, and it was funny though, because I even actually had, like, I talked about this because Dr. Randomercam, one of the most prolific and staunch and almost hardcore MRAs you can imagine, he was, he came out and he was out and he stayed with me for like a week, and we had a lot of really good conversations. And then I see he puts out a video about how, like, being basing your shit around what you're against is not helpful or healthy.
Nope.
And it was funny because with a lot of that, a lot of people cite Christopher Hitchens as like one of their biggest, intellectual influences, and as they should. He was a genius. But recently, I've been getting really into Stephen Fry, because Stephen Fry is both a goddamn genius and he's hilarious and creative, but at the same time, also he's thoughtful. He doesn't want to attack anyone. He can go around the world and talk to like the most vicious homophobes in places like Uganda, and his effort is genuinely just to try and understand what kind of crazy shit they're talking. And then he leaves feeling bad for them because they have to be so stupid rather than righteous outrage that we have to fight, That's what we need more of now, I think. We need to stop. I think we genuinely need to sort of stop this outrage machine, which makes a lot of people feel good, especially in a time right now when we're constantly bombarded 24/7 by stimuli, demanding that we have an opinion, demanding that we take a position before we've even had time to process what we've heard. And then we're surprised people get radicalized. Yeah?
Yeah. What was it? I heard a great quote a while ago from this like YouTube gamer that I follow. I can't remember who it was. Oh, I'm so mad. But it was to the effect that like life is like a game of Tetris, right? You don't know what pieces you're gonna get, and they come at you kind of quick. So you got to make do with what you have, and a lot of people will just try to take the easy way and just fit in where they can. I'm butchering this, but
let's put it this way. Let's put it this
yeah.
way then. Life is like a game of Tetris. You don't know exactly how your parts will fit in with other parts, but once you figure it out, it feels great.
There you go. There you go. I like that better than what I was gonna say.
Yeah, 'cause there's an innuendo there.
But yeah, like the whole point of it was that you know, people try to fit in with whatever's easier. So it's like if all your parts are stacked up to one side and you're waiting on the long skinny bar to come down. This is so sexual.
Can't get away from it now, can you?
Yeah, no, it's I can't even concentrate on it now. My brain's gone sex crazy.
It's like, and then I keep thinking about the bent L pieces, and I think to myself, it's kind of like life too, because you can put them in any direction you want, and it's still going to be kind of awkward.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, I brought the mood down. Get me off the show.
Anything you want to share? Anything you want to promote?
Absolutely. I was talking about spiders before. Check out a channel called The Dark Den. It's a dude from Croatia named Petko. He's obsessed with tarantulas. He's a wonderful, wonderful man.
The Dark Daddy.
8-legged fur babies,
no,
as we call
The
them.
Dark Den.
Oh, The Dark Den.
Yeah, don't go find The Dark Daddy. That's a
Do
different
not
channel.
Google The Dark Daddy. I mean, maybe probably.
Finally, it is the time for the.
AddieMonster told me I needed to look up The Dark Daddy.
Never
Only to find out it was me.
Never take advice from anyone whose screen name on Discord is Leroy Jenkins.
That's a great name.
Addie, for now, yeah.
It's not
Addie,
as good as mine, though. Mine's pretty great.
It's not.
That is pretty.
Not.
But yeah, Addie, I'll say this: I'm on week 2 now. Everyone's like, I've actually gotten a lot of comments on Twitter and social media in general about like, what the fuck is going? Are you on drugs? Are you doing Molly now or something? And I'm actually like, actually tomorrow I will be on week 2 of saying fuck this angry noise, and it's not an easy thing to start doing, but once you get into the habit and you see some stupid shit which would otherwise piss you off, and you're like, wait a second, that's fucking irrelevant. I'm gonna go watch like some dogs on skateboards or something. A lot more productive, and it gets easier.
Yeah. All right. Well, we love you, Addie. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay.
Love you too, boys. Good night.
Yeah.
Larry Kubiak says that 90s pop punk called, and Japan answered. Have to close with weeb shit. Much love as always, fuckers. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Here we go.
All right.
I'm excited. I don't even know what it is. I'm excited.
Man, my nipples. Ooh.
That's the thing, you give me that weeb shit. I'll come over, whoop your ass, and suck your dick.
Rub my dick on the cheekbone. Every time it says cheekbone, for some reason, I just lose it. Like, fuck.
I mean, shit.
I'm
kind of retarded.
Wasn't bad.
I actually really like Japanese punk music, like Balzac. Balzac is really, really fucking good. That's some good fucking punk.
Well, it's like anything else. The Japanese are really good at music because they're super technical, and then they show up and they're like, all right, well, everything's gonna be tight as a drum here. So, yeah.
So am I.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm hard as German industrial from 1994.
Let's see. One cannot get to the sub to Dead Wolf. Thank you very much, buddy. And also Metal Dooley resubscribed with Prime for 2 months. Let's see some fucking piggies up in the chat for all of the fucking new subs, the gifted subs, and all the fucking sub hype stroke. Crab90 says, if Japan's pop culture scene is 20 years behind America's, maybe they'll elect their own Trump in the 2040s, and a new Japan nationalist movement will rise up and cause World War III. Download all your anime now before the U.S. embargoes Japan again. Probably a smart idea.
President Trump. Well, the thing is, too, is they have an emperor.
They do have an emperor.
Yeah. And I would personally love to see what a Japanese Donald Trump would actually look like.
Yeah, that'd actually be pretty good.
It
I
would be.
wanted to do one more, but honestly, we like as it's been.
I'm open.
Ah, man, I'm so fucking pooped.
I
Let's get one
dragged
more.
the show. Yeah, I dragged the show out for 3 hours last time.
I know.
think.
I've had a really, really long ass day, but I also like if people been in the waiting room. We always do 4. Let's do 4. Like fair is fair. So.
Oh. Except for that time that I just pulled everyone in, and then none of them were allowed to join the waiting room again.
Noot, not Noot.
Oh shit.
Hello.
Hey, Noot.
Mute the stream. Ayo.
So what was that game that I tossed you from the Humble Bundle?
Moonlighter?
Yeah, tell me about that game. How is it?
It's fun. It's a roguelike, except you basically, rather than just kill everything and get loot, it's basically the same thing, except rather than just like sell the loot like to a merchant, you are that merchant who sells the loot to people.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I looked at it and I'm like, man, it looks like something that looks really cool, but I am not going to have the time to like get invested in it. So I'm really, really super happy that that you're liking it, because it looks cool as fuck. It looks like it looks like Stardew meets like an adventure game.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Okay.
I mean, I look at it and all I see is like I'm just brought back to Super Nintendo's Zelda game.
Link to the Past.
Yeah.
Although, okay, so what I am really excited about, I'm really, really mega excited, is Bloodstained just came out yesterday.
I have seen a lot of people go on about it, but I have not seen anything.
Oh my god. Okay, so Bloodstained Ritual of Night is basically the spiritual successor to Castlevania Symphony of Night, which is like basically the best game that ever came out for the PlayStation 1. It is a fucking magnificent game, and this is an indie studio that just came out with this, and it looks so fucking good. So fucking good.
Vaguely, I want to say I remember that, but I could be dead wrong.
I mean, I don't know. It's the kind of thing where, if this is the kind of game that you would really like, if you fell in love with Symphony of Night, from everything that I've seen, I watched a bunch of people play it last night on Twitch. This thing is just gonna like fill your gaming pussy with so much delicious cock meat. It's just perfect.
All right. I get paid my first paycheck on Sunday, so I'll probably look at it.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna buy it tonight actually, but not install it because I have so many other things I gotta play. Like I got my Nintendo Switch finally working again. Funny story. So after I got my Nintendo Switch, I played it a bunch. Dear friend of the show hooked me up with it, and but then the dock wouldn't work anymore. I try and plug the thing in to play it on the TV, and all I had was the Zelda game, and I didn't really like playing the Zelda game in the small screen. I only like playing on the big screen, so I just didn't touch it forever. And then, as it turns out, if your dock does that, you just have to unplug everything and then plug the cables back in a very specific order, and it fixes it.
I love when that happens.
Modern IT solutions used to be just unplug it and plug it back in. Now it's like unplug it and plug it back in a very specific order there, Indiana Jones.
I've like a year.
That is sucky.
Yeah, so I finally got it working, and I got Mario Odyssey, and that game is absolute tits. It's so nice. It's a great game.
Yeah.
I really want to get I mean, I'm at a point now. I want to see if I can actually maybe get it off my sister-in-law. She's got a Wii U. Just because I used to play those games with Quinn all the goddamn time, and I'm like,
yeah.
I miss doing that because now she's just like, I'm gonna play. I'm not gonna say it in case any of you freaks hunt her down, but no, it's just like jumping into her own games now, and I'm like, oh, we used to play games together, and now I don't even have time to play Subnautica because I'm too busy trying to think of something to
Well,
complain
you
about on the
should. It's a great fucking game. I pre-ordered it despite never pre-ordering games.
Which one?
Subnautica.
The second one.
Subnautica?
Yeah, I loved Okay, so there's a second Subnautica that came out very recently. It's still in like
Oh.
not fully done yet, because like the theme of Subnautica is they'll start like releasing it slowly into alpha and beta and shit. Like,
Yeah, it's
and
got
I
me.
usually don't pre-order stuff like that because I hate pre-ordering. But I pre-ordered Subnautica Below Zero because I really like the game.
Yeah, well, I mean, it reminded me a lot of No Man's Sky, in that, yeah, it's
But
just
good.
explore, build, survive. And No Man's Sky was great too, because I remember when it came out, everyone's like, "This is a beautiful game full of nothing."
Yeah.
And
Subnautica
then,
does have a story though. I will
oh, it
say
does.
that.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, I played a bit of it. In fact, I only kind of like fell off with the game because for some reason it wasn't playing well with OBS, so like streaming it became impossible. And then I discovered people seem to like it when I just bitch about local news, because there's a lot of Northeast Florida man shit that goes on around here.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah, I'd play Subnautica right now, but my laptop died and I'm currently using a friend's, and it's really busted to the point where if I hit F3, it kills itself, and the only way to bring it back to life is to take out the battery and put it back in. It's terrible.
it's a suicidal laptop. It's like, just give me a
It
reason.
is, it really
Just
is.
give me a reason. Hit
Well,
F3. Give me a reason.
It's like a really
Subnautica
old
Blizzard.
college like student laptop that like they would take apart and reassemble. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that's a lot of people have actually been asking me, like, why haven't we seen Anna Hada Hearts in forever? Both of her Frankenstein college laptops have died, so
Rip.
yeah.
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 She can't even get
That's
on
why
the
I'm-
internet.
Oof, that's no good. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's why I'm still chugging through Arby's despite the fact that I want to fucking kill and not stare at curly fries, but I'll endure it for a good PC. By the way, don't fucking eat at Arby's. They suck.
Oh, Arby's. Oh my
I
god.
want some Arby's right now, to be honest with you, but there's only one in my entire state, and it's at the mall, and I don't go there because it's a sad corpse of capitalism.
Right.
This, look at what Bezos hath wrought. Everything turned into some variation on Forever 21 now, and not even the basic teenage girls can be bothered to go there.
Yeah, I was gonna work at Wetzel's Pretzels in the mall, but like the mall is further away than Arby's, so I was like, I have to work at Arby's because I don't have any transportation, and I'm not walking 5 miles to work 5 hours in a small pretzel stand.
I take it on, if you're on Twitter, I take it you follow Nihilist Arby's, right?
I have not gone on Twitter since I joined Arby's.
Oh, good for you, but Nihilist Arby's is such a wonderful account.
I
It's
will
like,
look into it.
if you've never what is it? If you've never shot black tar heroin to the last remaining vein in the tip of your dick, then you're not the guy at our hand sink right now. Come in for a double beef horsey sauce sandwich.
There's probably someone there that has done that.
I love their fucking horsey sauce. Holy fucking shit. I'm obsessed with Arby's horsey sauce. What I want to do is I want to find something else to put it on, because I'm not really a big fan of Arby's. Not really. It's not really that.
Well,
Not a thing to be a fan of.
I would venture a guess, though, having done home cooking and home chefery as I have, especially when I discovered that, yeah, like that $2 upcharge for that spicy mayo on sushi you might get from time to time, that's literally just mayonnaise and sriracha, nothing else.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all it
Horsey
is.
sauce? Yeah, horsey sauce. I'm gonna guess probably some mix of that with like horseradish in it.
Probably. I don't know. I'm the Jew. I'm the little fucking fat Jew who makes the fries and does dishes every once in a while and then goes home after 5 hours. I don't care for anything else. It's like this lady that I was working with. She's like, "Oh, I just had a baby." They're like, "My sister just had a baby." It's like, "That's cool." It's like, "What has your family done recently?" Fuck if I know. Half of them are dead and the other half are fucking insane. So I don't know what to tell you.
Well, here you go. 1 tablespoon white vinegar, 4 teaspoons granulated sugar, 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons of prepared horseradish. There's your horsey sauce, Jeff.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, in my efforts, and actually kind of connect a little bit to what Addie said, but not to get too dark with it. But in my efforts to like get away from the boring old channels of like, can you believe this cunt at Vox, right? Sam the cooking guy. I don't know if it's like the whole stint of his channel or if it's just a new kick he's on, but he's teaching everyone how to make their favorite fast food at home and better.
That does sound great. I
Yeah,
would
like
do that.
homemade.
'Cause, like, don't get me wrong. The one thing I like at Arby's, and I always have since I was a kid, is the beef and cheddar.
Yeah,
But
I mean, the beef and
always
cheddar.
thought it tasted like plastic, so I never ate it.
That's the problem. Is like the beef and cheddar. It seems like it'd be really cool and really good, but like the cheddar cheese is very waxy. The roast beef itself is like a little suspicious. But the thing that I got from it, here's how I got fat the first time. Was I had at an Arby's at one point a chicken bacon and Swiss. And I was like, oh fuck, that's really good. And then I didn't have one for a very long time, but then I went to go work at a bar in northwest Portland, in a really fancy part of town. But all we had was just basic like bar food. But we had burger buns, chicken strips, bacon, Swiss cheese, and honey mustard. I got fat as fuck. I gained like 40 pounds in like 3 weeks. Just chicken bacon and Swiss.
I've actually lost like 10 pounds because I have to walk to work. And
well, also you get to work and you look at the food and you're like, I don't ever want to eat again.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, when I found out how to make a fillet of fish sandwich at home, though, yeah, I was like, that's gonna have to happen. I'm gonna have to do that here, and then, I mean, well, there's still actually, and here's the funny thing, I've been talking about it since fucking March. My buddy Gabe, he's really big on anything that's a deal. If he sees a deal, he can't pass it up. During the month of March for St. Paddy's Day, corned beef briskets were $1.15 a pound. So 2 to 3 times a week after he'd get out of work, he'd show up at my door with a grocery bag, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, like briskets that were between 2 and 3 pounds. And he'd stuff them in my freezer because he doesn't know how to cook. So that was our arrangement. He'd bring food and I'd make feasts. And I was telling him, like, you need to slow down on this. There's about 15 pounds of corned beef brisket in my fucking freezer now. You're going to get sick of it. And then after about, like, the 3rd brisket, he was kind of over it. And so I've been slowly working my way through it. And one of the things I discovered, I started doing my own bread recently. I started out with beer bread, which is super easy to do and very tasty, especially if you throw a bunch of Cajun seasoning, Parmesan cheese, and garlic salt in there. But I'd bake my own bread, and so after I do this roast, right, this brisket, I'd take it out, put it in Tupperware, let it cool off, it'd harden up, and then I'd just use this. I'd just slice off like pastrami. Take that, take some basic ass Munster cheese, put it on my own bread, toast that shit, and have a toasted corned beef sandwich. And it's like once you do that, you go to fast food restaurants and you're like, wow, this tastes like a pool, like a public pool is what this tastes like.
Chlorine, piss, and mistakes.
So, the giant tarp on my dome, apparently one corner of it ripped, and there's this massive, like, flailing fucking tarp that probably is visible from a couple blocks away, just vibrating in the sky in my backyard right now. I probably have to go take care of that in a second. So, Noot, not Noot, anything you want to shill, share, promote, or put out there into the world?
I don't really have anything, so just, like, drink water. Don't be a dick to people, and, yeah.
Nice.
Best message tonight. Drink water and don't be a dick to people.
Well, thank you very much, my friend. Glad you stopped by. We'll talk to you again soon, all right?
All right, yeah. See you later.
Cheers, man. Yeah, no, that is going to be a pain in the ass. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to get up there to grab the edge of it so I can, like, retie the damn thing. That's fucked, man.
Is it really windy out?
Yeah. Well, not really that windy in the backyard, but the dome is so fucking tall that the wind layer that whips over the houses at like 25 feet above houses, Like that thing hits the dome.
The kite wind, yeah.
Yeah, like the dome is huge. It is very, very fucking big. So yeah, like
I bet you're wishing you could have gotten that rental hawk about now, huh?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You know what? I do. I really wish I had. God damn it. When will I learn to just leave the opportunity and get the fucking rental hawk? Motherfucker. All right, anyway.
It's like, is it trained to fetch tarps? What? Never mind. Give it to me.
I'll just assume that it does and go along with my day.
I'm just picturing you two. You've got the falconer's glove on. You've got this hawk. He's got the blindfold on. You bring him into your backyard, and you're like, all right. Now I need you to go get that tarp, okay? Go! Just flies the fuck away.
Yeah.
Just goes and eats
just
some
gone.
pigeons. Never comes back. Well, that was a failure. At least I got the glove.
It's a cool glove. All right, everybody. That has been our show. It was a good show.
It was a good show.
Yeah. Even as like fucking exhausted as I am today, like I had a really good time. We hope you guys had a great fucking time. Yitrium Wolf. Yeet Wolf. Resubscribe 7 months, my 2 favorite streamers, and you are our favorite last subscriber for the episode. Thank you so much. Pinkies up in the fucking chat. Pinkies up for Yitrium Wolf. Thank you so much, buddy. We'll see you Friday. We'll see you Friday for the regular show, and then we'll see you back here in 1 week for the midlife crisis. Midlife crisis Saints, yeah.
A sports car and an 18-year-old girlfriend Saints. Alimony Saints, basically.
Good night, everybody.
Child support. Yeah, see, like I threw child support out there because, you know, it's funny to some people.
I know. I thought it was perfect timing too, because it was child support and then it's perfect timing.
Exactly, and the important thing with it too is, like, you know, the funniest thing about child support is when you don't pay it, all kinds of people get upset with you.
It's just a really easy way to piss them off, huh?
No, it's just like, you know, if you're like me, you live alone, you feel kind of lonely at times, you feel like nobody cares, and then you stop paying your child support and you get all kinds of mail and phone calls.
And you start to feel important, like, you know, somebody cares.
Somebody out there's paying attention. They're like, hey, buddy, you doing okay? Because if you're not, we're going to take your fucking license in a week.
Oh, it's good they're checking up on me. That's nice.
Yeah. And then I'm like, I write back. You know, I write to them handwritten on legal pads because I feel handwritten letters are a lot more personal. They make a connection. And I'll write back, that's okay. I don't have a car or a job. And, well, then, I don't know. They just kind of repeat the cycle. I'm starting to think maybe they're not really people. But all the same, it's kind of like, you know, I'll get on the, you know, I'll go to like chatbots sometimes when I'm lonely too. And they'll just repeat things I say. And I kind of like that.
If you really, really need some correspondence to keep that gun out of your fucking mouth, there's always CD clubs.
There is. And the great thing about those CD clubs, too, is, like, they send you CDs. So, like, when I'm sitting there with that empty gun in my mouth because I can't afford bullets because of all that child support I don't pay, I can listen to Stained.